Comedy. What is comedy? Why is comedy? Where am I? Help. Comedy started with those court jester guys with the shoes and the bells, and they dance around and fall over. And now we have people on TikTok who do crowd work where they're like, are you two together? Are you dating? Your siblings? What a misunderstanding that I made up. One of those guys is Matt Rife, and if you get stand-up comedy clips on your FYP, you've probably seen him around. He looks like this. He's the one with the eyes. He stumbled into a little bit of controversy recently, and not so recently. Netflix just released a comedy special featuring Matt Rife, and one of the opening jokes he makes is a bit insensitive.
The hostess who seats you at the restaurant had a black eye. Couldn't get over the fact that we're like, this is the face of the company? This is put her in the kitchen or something where nobody has to see her face. Yeah, but I feel like if she could cook, she wouldn't have that black eye.
Thank you. Wow. Thank you. It is so great to be here. Thank you for coming. Domestic violence. That's my time. I'll be here all week. What? I will not be here all week. I've been asked to leave. Not only is the joke in poor taste, but given the fact that his audience is mostly female and his success on social media is mostly thanks to his female audience, there was some backlash.
I watched the first 3 minutes of the Matt Rife comedy special on Netflix and turned it off.
So many people have dark humor mixed up. Dark humor is when you make a funny joke about something unfortunate that you have experienced, not other people's experience.
A comedian ruining his relationship with a large portion of his fan base because he wanted to be like all the other boring-ass Netflix special you can't tell a joke anymore crowd is actually just depressing.
And Matt responded to the criticism with a leveled, thought-out, heartfelt statement. Just kidding, he posted this.
If you've ever been offended by a joke I've told, here's a link to my official apology. And the link is to special needs helmets.
Really putting the median and comedian there. Hello? It's 2016 YouTube. They said they want their... Oh. Okay, they're just yelling slurs now. One of his main things is that a lot of people find him attractive, especially Matt Rife. Matt Rife finds Matt Rife very attractive.
I mean, people don't want to laugh at physically attractive people. You don't want to walk on stage and have people looking at your arms rather than listening to your jokes. I think it just makes me work that much harder on the material and the jokes that I'm trying to tell to get people to focus on the real show at hand.
He thinks it hinders his comedy in some ways. He has to work harder because he's attractive. It's like a hurdle, how hot he is. Our hearts go out to him and his struggles. May he overcome. It just makes him seem like he'd be the kind of guy to stop and look at his reflection in every car window he passes by.
Hey, I think that guy's trying to break into my car.
No, I'm just sexy as fuck. Okay, well, no funny business. Oh, I'm already in that business. And since we're talking about businesses, let's talk about this one. This video is sponsored by Semper. Do you smell like poop? Do you smell like ugh? Ugh. Then Scentbird can help you with that. Scentbird is a subscription service that lets you test out designer fragrances every month for just $17. Their fragrances come in these cute portable cases. I use Scentbird all the time because I constantly forget to put smell good things on myself, but their cases are just the perfect size. So now I have one in my bathroom, I have one in my purse, I have one in my car. So no matter how forgetful and stinky my brain is, I will smell good. Scentbird has affordable and flexible subscription plans you can skip or cancel at any time with no hassles. You get to pick which fragrance you want to try every month from over 600 different options. You get perfumes, you get colognes, you get unisex options. This month I got Candy Floral by Prada. It has hints of honey and peonies, and it really does smell like candy that I want to eat, but I won't. And this one is Mystère by Catherine Malandrino. And it smells like cranberries and cedarwood, and these both smell really good, and I can't pick a favorite, so I'm just gonna eat them both. I mean, wear them both. These come in vials with a 30-day supply of your fragrance, so you have plenty of time to test them out and experiment with different ones until you find the perfect one that suits you just right. If you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description and use my coupon code TheChadX2 for 55% off. That's just a little over $7 for your first month. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Matt's been doing comedy for a pretty long time, but he didn't find a lot of success until he started posting on TikTok.
He didn't do anything? Did he not have a job the entire time you guys were together? He did? He worked in the ER? Oh, I'm sorry, you broke up with a hero?
After this video, his account blew up and he started posting more clips of crowd work. He started building this audience that was there for his funny interactions with crowd members, but also how much they liked his face and stuff.
It's not like I made the conscious decision to be born a straight white male. I probably would've.
But he's made a couple comments during interviews that sound like he kind of resents the fact that his audience is mostly female.
So they bring their boyfriends or husbands who are always reluctant because they fucking probably bought the tickets.
Right.
They didn't want to be there.
And then like 20 minutes into the show, they realized like my comedy is so much more for guys than it is girls. It's so funny. My live shows, to me, I've always gone for the tone of like, I just wanted to feel like a hangout with the boys.
My comedy is for boys only. No girls allowed. To get into my shows, you have to bring 2 forms of ID and wash your face like this. A couple different times he's talked about how he doesn't want his content geared towards women and he makes it trying to appeal to guys. One thing that I wanted to tackle in this special was showing people that despite what you think about me online, I don't pander my career to women. I would argue this special is way more for guys. But why do we have to gender comedy? If you can only make jokes that 50% of the population might find funny, doesn't that mean that you're 50% less good at making jokes? And you're making 50% less money too. If I make a type of butter that only tastes good to half the population, all I'm doing is limiting my profit margin. He mentions he doesn't pander to women, but a lot of his clips are of crowd work where he's flirting with them.
I seem frustrated. A gift maybe help? Maybe after the show. No. Thank you so much. What's your name? Christina? You are so hot. Thank you so much.
Widowed? Oh, fuck, I'm sorry. How long ago, if you don't mind me asking? 1 year? Fuck, that's so recent. She's back on the market or what?
His website has a shirtless picture of him on the homepage for the boys, for the guys. And the preview for his Netflix special is him getting arrested for being too hot to be a comedian.
Everybody knows they only go into your shows for those traps, those tattoos, and them cheekbones.
You know, it sounds like y'all don't know me at all. You know, sometimes the way somebody looks doesn't depict who they are on the inside.
You mean part of your success relies on how physically attractive people think you are and not solely on your talent and hard work? That's like messed up. That's really annoying. He also talks a lot about how much he hates social media, which is fine, understandable.
Yeah, I reluctantly started posting on TikTok beginning of last year. I've always hated social media.
But when social media and women are the main reasons for your success and you like to complain about both of those things so frequently, do you like what you do? It's just strange to resent basically everything that got you to where you are, I think.
Oh my God. This is amazing. This is everything I've ever dreamed of. These boots, this jacket, this tent, this axe, this rope. I fucking hate rope.
It seems like he's trying to separate himself from the crowd work comedy, which I think he's good at, and transfer over to the dark, edgy humor comedy.
You guys ready to be offended?
Because we don't have enough of that. He called his tour the Problematic World Tour because he's problematic. He loves problems and having problems and making problems. Pythagoras is jealous. He's quaking. And it kind of seems like it's working. I keep seeing comments from dudes on TikTok calling him a legend now. I didn't like Matt Rife until this video. Is Matt Rife for the boys now? He might be losing fans, but also gaining new ones. That helmet joke was solid. And if you want a new audience that thinks PewDiePie did nothing wrong on the bridge, then there you go. This wasn't his first dance with controversy. There was a podcast clip that got him into some trouble where he compared female genitalia to chewed up gum.
I don't love a giant. I don't want your pussy to look like the gum from Sausage Party. You know what I mean?
He also tried to make fun of Mason Ramsey in 2018. You know, the cute, sweet kid who yodeled in Walmart? He replied to a picture Mason posted on Twitter and tried to make fun of his birthmark. Focus on your forehead. Some gum? Yoda lady, hey, don't bully that child, please. What is it with this guy and gum? Why does he hate gum? Then he tried to backtrack and say he actually wanted to know. Was genuinely curious, LOL. I've got your new single on repeat, little man. No, you didn't. What, you just had a sudden interest in dermatology? Hey, what the fuck's wrong with your face? I have a skin condition. Okay, Jesus, I was just curious. Take these twice a day and it should clear up. Okay, thanks, doc. This wasn't a controversy, but he posted a clip from one of his shows where a woman starts having a seizure in the crowd and the screen cuts to black and starts playing this peppy ukulele music.
Oh, shit. Yo, can we get a paramedic real quick? Paramedic, please? All right.
Because all I've really seen from him is crowd work, which again, I think is funny. I think he does crowd work really well. But I did watch the Netflix special.
The dumb general consensus they would say was shit like, how hard could it be to just follow the rules?
I watched most of the Netflix special. We have the infamous opening joke that started all of this, and he follows it up with that line that comedians do sometimes where they're like, just making sure y'all are a fun crowd, just making sure y'all are fun.
Testing the water, seeing if y'all are gonna be fun or not. Just wanted to see. Just wanted to see.
Why can't the fun be like party favors? Why can't it be a pinata? since you think hitting is funny. He spends a whole segment talking about how dumb women are for being into astrology and how stupid they are for believing in anything like that.
I am so tired of you ladies blaming your poor decision-making skills on planets.
And then a few minutes later, he has a segment about how he believes in ghosts. He says, "You know what I mean," a lot.
You know what I mean?
Why do comics say that? Has anyone else noticed that? Why do they do that? They're not actually asking if you know what they mean. It's like the stand-up comics version of saying, And so yeah, I jerk off into socks. You know what I mean? No, I don't. You know what I mean? No. Anyway, I felt pretty inspired after watching this, so I decided to make my own stand-up special. Thank you for having me. Wow, what a great looking couple. Oh, you're siblings? Oh man, sorry. Oh, dog. You know, we have a lot of differences, but we all like to pee on the floor. My ex used to tell me I'd never amount to anything, so I amounted his dad. Where were you on 9/11? Your silence sparks volumes. Excuse me, sir, stop heckling me. Look at this guy. What a pussy, right? Stand-up comedy. That's my time. Thank you. Stand-up comedy. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. And thank you again to Semper for sponsoring this video. Don't forget to use code TheChadX2 and click the link below for 55% off your first month. Okay, bye. Stop, don't eat that. Who are you? Are you me from the future? I'm that sandwich in the future. My lunch? My name is XASH-A12. Okay, but what does that have to do with my sandwich? XASH-A-B, I'm sorry, what was it? It was XASH-A12. Look, if you eat that sandwich, the world is done for. Okay. XASH-Ford F-150. Do you have a nickname? Absolutely not. Okay, vitamin B12. I feel like you just want to steal my food. Why would I need to steal your food? My dad is Elon Musk. Okay, well, don't do this. Ha! I knew it wouldn't. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. Is it welcome back though? Is it really? Or is this the first time you're here? Or do you think it's the first time you've been here, but it was actually the last time you were here, and you're looking back at a version of yourself in a parallel universe, and you're actually about— Okay, that's enough. I'm sorry. We're watching time traveling TikToks today. I've recently stumbled upon a new side of TikTok that I much prefer over the endless bodyguard POVs, which I'm still getting a lot of, by the way. And there's a lot going on over there. Time traveling being just one of the many stuffs. We've got conspiracy TikToks, horror TikToks, those scary underwater videos that I hate but cannot stop watching. I think it's because I have zero knowledge of what's actually down there. So you could show me a picture of any weird looking creature and tell me it was from a deep level of the sea and I would believe you. Hey Chad, check out this new creature they found at the bottom of the ocean. Yeah, that checks out. May 27th, 2021. Well, it was a Thursday, so that's pretty big. No, wait, they were right. They were right. It was National Grape Popsicle Day. Damn it. I missed it. That gives you a pretty decent idea of what these TikToks are, though. It's a faceless creator, usually, making these really bold claims, trying to convince people that they're time travelers, which kind of reminds me of that person around March of last year who made that TikTok claiming to be psychic and saying that we were going to have a vaccine by April and everything was going to be back to normal in a couple months. And it's so funny to me because now she's just making like TikTok dances. How do you come back from that? Like nothing ever happened. Oh yes, I can see it now. You're gonna die tomorrow. What? How? I'm seeing a boat or a car or a heart attack.
2 days later.
Hey, you said I was gonna die yesterday.
No. I spent all my savings and I gave my house to my brother, and he's a dick. He's not gonna give it back. What are you doing? Are you doing TikTok dances right now? Yes. Okay, so far this is just the plot of Chosen Ones by Veronica Roth, the one who wrote Divergent. I really hope when the world ends it's not structured like a Veronica Roth novel. The world is in shambles, and I'm the only one who can fix it. I'm a normal, everyday girl who's gonna be played by a stunning, flawless actress. I'm not like everyone else. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. I don't fit in. Because I actually don't remember what her special ability was. I guess she could just dream. Well, I'm Triss. My boyfriend's name is a numerical value, and I can dream pretty good. Jesus, Serene Croyne and aliens within 2 years? I wonder what's next. I bet it's gonna be awful. Oh my god, an earthquake. Not gonna lie, it kind of pales in comparison to full-on aliens. Okay, so we're getting superpowers again. I'm pretty sure if the world were to end anytime soon, it wouldn't be nearly as interesting as these people seem to think it would be. Like, our superpowers would probably be us being able to sit in the tub for longer without our skin getting as pruny, or like all of us being able to eat peanuts. Hold on, a T-Rex egg? Like they found a T-Rex egg and the device, they just happened to be in the same area, or the device was inside the T-Rex egg? Because that's a very confusing way to make a groundbreaking discovery. What is that? I think it's a dinosaur egg. No way, dude, that is so cool. Oh wait, no it's not. Oh, darn it. Not just a dinosaur egg. What? This is a device that opens a portal to a parallel universe. Whoa, that's like way cooler. I know, right?
The following video was sent to me via email by a time traveler from the year 2026. This is what the email said. The video I sent you shows a time traveler meeting up with an interdimensional robotic being. Pay attention to the man dressed in black. They exchange a few words and talk about the fate of the universe, including Earth. And then, just as fast as the robotic being appears, it disappears. Okay, aside from this being some of the greatest editing I've ever seen, how would you know what they're talking about? There's no audio, they're not mic'd up. They could be talking about something totally normal, like their Subway orders, or Will Smith. I can't tell if this page is actually a conspiracy page or if they're just trolling, because they made a video saying we should stop drinking grape soda because it's killing the planet. I've mentioned grapes twice more than I thought I would in a video about time travelers. The following is a video that was sent to me by a time traveler who claims to be in the year 2059. In the year 2059 is very hot because the Earth has no protection over it. The sun rays go directly down to Earth and actually affect dramatically the world's population. When I asked him why send the video footage to us, he replied to me, because in order to save humanity, you must stop everything that you are doing. Please stop drinking grape soda. We can't get any more detail on that. Just stop drinking it. As far as sodas that have the power to eradicate humankind, grape soda wouldn't have been my first guess. It would have been root beer. That shit is rancid. There's no way it isn't destroying the ozone. When humans reached the moon for the first time, they did encounter some of the Marchulians. And in fact, humans mixed with Marchulians and had babies. Those babies went back to Earth on a secret capsule. This whole account is just really bad CGI or a screen grab of a futuristic looking video game while he talks over it about something bizarre that happens in the future. Yeah, so whenever you want a burger, you can grab these packets with a picture of a burger on it, and put it in a future microwave. Wow. And then bam, what do you have? I'm gonna guess a burger. Wrong, it's Jeffrey Bezos. So I think we've learned enough about what huge events are gonna take place, but what about future technologies? Are we gonna have flying cars soon, or the internet in our brains? Or maybe ankle socks that don't end up around your toes? I brought this. Do you know what this is? Looks like a pen to me. Well, that's where you'd be wrong. This is actually a stabilizer or anti-stabilizer.
So if I were to put this on your head, it would destabilize your brain and just kill you.
None of that. We just get slightly more dangerous pins.
Do you have any other type of technology?
You see. Do you know what this is?
No, I don't know what that is at all.
Alright, so this. If you throw it, it can destroy a whole universe.
I love how it seems like they didn't plan this at all and they're just improvising, because as far as things that I think would be difficult to make up on the spot, the entire future of our planet is pretty high up on the list.
Do you know what this is? This contains all the DNA from other extraterrestrials during my time.
Wow.
It's off right now.
Thank God it's off.
But if I were to turn it on per se, I could go through all
I think you just turned it on though.
the extraterrestrials and I just slap it like this. I get their DNA, I turn it into them, and I have all their powers.
That comes in handy for like if you have to fight someone.
Yes.
If you have to fight someone, that's the most appropriate situation you could come up with. You know how when you get into a fist fight at a bar and you just
summon all the aliens in the universe?
Hey, that's my seat. No, it's not. Yes, it is. What are you... Jesus Christ. Okay, you can have the seat.
This mini thing right here?
It's from the future.
Believe it or not, it's from the future. It's my time travel device. So it's $100. It's a mini time travel. And after like 10 uses, it gets wasted of all its energy.
So just to recap, in the future, our time machines will look like Samsung battery packs, and inflation is going backwards. $100 for a literal time machine that you can only get 10 uses out of before it dies. Like a vibrator you bought from Wish.
We have this special energy, and it involves dark matter. It's $100. You have to squeeze it, and you have to turn it on, obviously. And then you can go back anywhere, back in time, any place you want, and you go there.
They're so good at making detailed backstories for random items on their desk. It's a talent, honestly. So this is, well, this looks like a plastic skull, right?
Yeah, it does.
Well, that's where you're wrong.
Oh.
This is actually the key to our entire universe.
Oh, wow.
Because in the future, our entire universe is a fishbowl.
Oh.
So if you sing the ABCs into it, you get telekinesis.
That's incredible.
There is no going back after watching this. What if I told you that the world around you isn't real, but an illusion? This information will become public in 2071, but I am here to tell you the truth early. There are those who are aware of this today, and we call them wanderers. Wanderers are capable of lifting the curtain and seeing the world for what it truly is. Wanderers are also capable of seeing into the future, and a select few can even time travel. And I am one of them.
Some of you might recognize Arya from my kids' content on TikTok video. I'm not sure how well she'd be able to time travel, considering she's afraid of LED lights and advertising products to children in an ethical way. I guess this is a thing now, like this is a new genre on TikTok that's apparently profitable. These videos get a lot of attention and everybody wants a piece of the time traveling pie. I like to imagine they have weekly meetings where they congregate and discuss how to manipulate people online, but they aren't very good at it. Guys, I don't think people believe we're time travelers. What? What if we stopped using the same super dramatic music over all of our TikToks? Michael, what is that? Like a joke? Tell them an insane event is going to happen and give them a very specific date of when it's going to happen. But what if nothing happens on the date we give them? Something always happens on a day, Michael. Always happens on a day. Detail is our top priority. Anyway, like I was saying, tell them we're all gonna get powers from the sun. Oh, what kind of powers, by the way? Super ones. It's not very detailed. Get him the fuck out. I hope you guys learned something today. If you didn't, wait until we've invented time machines, transport to about 10 to 15 minutes ago, and then watch this video again. Or just replay the video. That would probably be easier. But I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Here you are, sir. 1 macchiato, no espresso, no steamed milk, and no foam. Yes, great. Thank you. Excuse me? Excuse me? Yeah? Yeah, so you look really poor, and I'm not vibing with that, so could you hurry it up? I'm sorry. Yeah, it's really affecting me emotionally how without money you seem to be. Hey, don't talk to him like that. Why not? Because
It's not right. Yes. Thank you. Because he could be super rich. Wait, what? No way. Look at him. Don't judge people based on appearance, okay? He may look like a stupid, disgusting, smelly, poor person, but he could actually be a billionaire. Oh my God, you're right. I'm so sorry, sir. You're a billionaire? Can I just have my drink, please? Answer the question. Okay, but first, just real quick. What is it? This video is sponsored by Wondershare for More. If you've been wanting to start editing your own videos but are looking for something that's both beginner and user-friendly, Wondershare for More is the perfect choice. Whether you're just starting out or already have some experience with editing, they have a great selection of preset templates for effects, filters, transitions, and even royalty-free music, which if you're trying to make YouTube videos can be a lifesaver. Filmora just released their newest version with updated features including auto reframe and AI portrait, which is a cool paid add-on that automatically removes your background without having to use a green screen. To show you real quick, you just import, then drag your clips to the timeline here, go to effects, click AI portrait, choose the effect you want to use, and just drag it onto the clip. And there you go. If you're interested in content creation but don't know where to start, download Wondershare for More 10 using the link in my description below and try it for free. They're also having a back to school promotion for September, so you can save up to 42% if you buy this season. Plus, you get the chance to win an iPad Pro if you join the hashtag Wondershare Back to School campaign on their website. Thank you so much for listening, and thank you to Wondershare for More 10 for sponsoring this video. So I was right? You're a billionaire? No, I'm not. I work in a lumber store down the street. Get out. I can't believe I was nice to you for no reason. Get out of my coffee shop. Go. Okay, get out. All right, get out. Leave. Going. You disgust us. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And listen, I know that Darman has been kind of exhausted as a commentary subject on YouTube. I think basically every bigger YouTuber has done a video on him at some point. For that reason, I've never really been interested in making a video on him, so I never got to watch his content for myself. You know, I missed out on that, and it made me really, really sad. So imagine my sweet relief when I learned that none other than Trisha Paytas would be replacing him. Filling that deep void in my heart. If you're not up to date, Trisha Paytas has been in some controversy recently. I know it's shocking. If you need to pause the video to deal with that information, I totally understand. Hey, it's post-filming, Chad. I just realized that I forgot to mention while I was recording that before I watched these TikToks or planned on making this video, I thought Trisha only went by they, them pronouns. But then when I went to their TikTok profile, I saw that she also goes by she, her. So if you hear me use those to refer to Trisha during this video, I just didn't want anybody to think that I'm being an asshole. Okay, all right, thank you. Love you, bye. I never watched the Frenemies podcast, so I can't really tell you what happened there. All I can tell you is that they left the podcast and people seem to be a little upset over it. Now whenever I see any of Trisha's TikToks, the comments are almost entirely negative and demanding an apology on behalf of Ethan, the other person from the podcast, which makes me think that this is like a business move where they're like, hey, stop talking about this over here, this not good thing that I did. And look, what's that over there, this that I'm doing right now, this crazy weird thing. Isn't that crazy? Only talk about this from now on.
Excuse me.
Yeah. Okay, I'm sorry to stop this so quickly. He's already looking at you. Why are you yelling excuse me at him while he's standing directly in front of you and making eye contact?
Excuse me.
Excuse me. Yes. Excuse me. Yes, how can I help?
Excuse me. Hi, I asked for butter. This is plain.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Let me fix this for you.
What are you doing? I asked for butter. Don't dump it out.
Health code violation. This is how you know no one involved in the production of this has worked in the food service. You can't take popcorn from someone else's hands and put it back in with the rest of the popcorn. You have no idea what they did with that while they had it. They could have shoved their hand in between their ass cheeks and then sprinkled cubes on the kernels. It only takes like 10 seconds max to do that. Don't ask me how I know that. Don't ask me any questions about what I just said.
Do you even speak English?
I make it fresh. I make new one for you.
Fine, whatever. What country are you even from?
Oh, I'm actually from...
Can you go faster?
The quietness of this set is off-putting to me. Like, I know that this is just someone's basement with a black backdrop and a single popcorn machine, but you still need to sell me on this, okay? You need an obnoxiously loud TV playing the same 3 previews on repeat, a kid crying because they couldn't get the $24 Skittles, a mom and dad crying because they have a kid who cries over not getting $24 Skittles, the sound of a car as the mom and dad leave the kid behind at the movie theater.
Hey, Greg. Yeah, I've been wanting to see You Don't Know the Blowhorn for this long too, but this guy literally is from a foreign country, doesn't even know popcorn. Is it almost finished?
Yes, so sorry. I'm so sorry.
Thank you.
They couldn't edit in the notification. They had to personally voice it. Ding. And it's not even the right one. It's supposed to be a phone call, but it's a single ding. I feel like if you're gonna make your own sound effects, you should make it more interesting than the regular notification would have been. Ding! Oh wow, someone actually texted you. Wow, look at that. Ding! Someone's calling you. Oh look, it's just your mom again. Ding, ding, ding! Someone's texting you back, and it's not the girl that you quadruple texted last night while you were drinking. So good luck dealing with the emotional toll of that while you're working today for 12 hours.
I'm
Thank you.
so sorry.
Thank you.
Here, let me give you this from me. I'm so sorry.
From you? Does your manager know you're stealing? Oh, look what you made me do. Why did you even hand me all that food?
Let me help.
No, stop. No hablo, help me, por favor.
You know what? He is such a great guy who is doing zero wrong here and is being super nice despite being mistreated. And they're an awful person and saying mean things for no reason. There is only good and evil in this world. Middle ground, it doesn't exist. Gray areas don't exist either. Get that out of your head. Okay, so this carries on into the next TikTok. They're watching the movie. The employee sneaks up and scares them. Turns out he's trying to return her wallet, which is of course unacceptable. And she threatens to call the police on him because he's trying to steal the wallet, which makes sense because why else would you try and return it if not to steal it? Because that's definitely how you steal things. That's how stealing works. They tell him to bug off. They're really into this movie and they can't be bothered with this right now. And he exits sadly while remaining the nicest and most passive person in the world. But then she posted part 3 and I'm confused on if it's supposed to be like a prequel because it takes place before they meet the employee.
A new Robbie Hart movie? I have to call all my friends. We are going tonight. Ding. Yeah, it's so crazy they made a sequel. I can't wait to see it. Dang. What is this? You guys have trays now? That's so cool.
Did they not have trays before? How were they serving nachos in the theater? I wouldn't know. I'm too broke to eat theater food. I take the cheese and the chips from home actually, and I put them in a tampon box in my purse in case I get peckish. It's actually really nice because then you can shake the box and get a nice even coating on all the chips. Plus the discreet packaging is great and it's leak proof.
Oh my God, these trays are genius. Nothing spills. Whoever invented these trays must be so genius.
Hey, I wonder if that's foreshadowing. Do you think it's foreshadowing? Because I don't think it is. I just think that they really like plastic trays and have a deep respect for the creative processes behind inventing
plastic trays.
Hush. That guy looks so familiar.
I'm really confused. I thought that this was like a prequel. I thought this was before they went to the movie theater and berated the employee, but then she recognizes him on screen. So I guess that this is like a sequel to that movie and some time has passed. That is literally correct. I'm just stupid. Or this is before, like I said, and then this is just after they got the popcorn, were still hungry, went back, got nachos, came back, recognized the employee, sat down. Trisha, none of this would have happened if you just used my method for nachos. Then you would have already had them on hand. And I mean actually on your hand. It can get a little messy with that method, so be sure to stash napkins if you do this.
God, the movie was so good. Wow, let me call you back. You look so familiar. This is gonna sound crazy, but you look just like the guy in the movie I just saw.
Oh, let me guess. You don't know the Blowhorn too?
Yes, it is you.
Robbie Hart, he wanted somebody with authenticity. So when he came to my job, he saw me working there and he got me for this role.
Work? You have a job?
Well, you know, I just did it for research.
Research on what?
I just got these samples.
You stole those!
No, wait, I invented this.
He needed to research by actually working at a movie theater so that he could invent plastic trays. He had to witness the atrocities of nacho cheese spills firsthand. There was no other way. One can't really describe that, you know? That feeling of nacho cheese spilling onto your favorite pair. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I can't. You're gonna have to see for yourself. By working in a movie theater.
I guess you must have made millions, huh?
Yeah, but, you know, I donated. I wanted to help my country.
What? Why would you? Oh, because you made millions doing the movie with Robbie Hart.
Well, no, that was just for fun.
This is the most thoughtful, kind-hearted person in the universe, okay? He invented something to keep us safe from the blight known as nacho cheese spills, and he acted in the world's greatest movie, pro bono, just to bring smiles to the little people like you and me. I wonder if he's still rich somehow, though. No. Impossible.
So, how do you drive this car? Probably a lease.
No, Mr. Radari is my dad.
Mr. Radari, as in the inventor of Radari flying cars?
So he's still rich. I can't believe Trisha would accidentally be mean to a rich person. I mean, if he had actually been a movie theater employee, I wouldn't give a shit. But he's rich, Trisha, so it's extra mean.
Oh, God. Wait, do you want to go for a ride sometime?
I can't hear you, what?
Do you want to hang out sometime?
Sorry, no English.
Oh, shit. Burn, dude. If she had just been nicer to a stranger, she could be riding in a sick car right now. So the moral of this story, kids, is to treat people who you think have the potential to be rich with kindness, because it might benefit you financially in the future. Oh, and also people don't really work at movie theaters. They're just doing research. Or their parents left them there at 3 years old because they cried over Skittles. Unfortunately, that is the end of this series, but there was another one that they posted on their TikTok account that's since been deleted. Let me know if you liked this video and would possibly be interested in seeing one on those, because this was a fun kind of video to make. I didn't really have to use my brain at all, but I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. School, homework, detention, swirlies. There are lots of reasons why someone may not want to put their kids in a typical schooling environment. And there are lots of reasons why kids themselves hate school, especially if they live in the US. Maybe not the worst education system in the world, but we sure are gunning for it. With all those reasons, it can make sense that someone may want to try out alternative schooling methods. The most popular being probably online schooling, which is something that a lot of people became familiar with in 2020. With online assignments and Zoom classes, it makes pretending to do algebra while playing Animal Crossing much easier. Then of course you have homeschooling, where your parents get to decide whether you're a dumb kid with no friends or a smart kid with no friends. But recently I found out there's a third option.
So we don't teach our children anything. Everything that they learn is in response to either their interests or their questions. We have no curriculum, we have no school hours. We really just respond whenever they want to know something and do our best to make sure they really get it.
Free schooling or unschooling is like a branch of homeschooling minus the schooling. This website says it's an educational philosophy that relies on a kid's innate curiosity and desire to learn. In families that practice unschooling, students do not attend school and do not follow any set homeschool curriculum. So they typically don't have any courses. They just go about their day, and if the kid happens to ask a question like, hey, what's math? Then the parent would explain it and try to teach in the moment, which relies on the kid to ask really good, insightful questions all the time, which they usually do. Mom, why is my booger purple? Also, during which year did the French Revolution end? But she goes on to show us an example of the unschooling her son has been doing.
My son's 6, and it took some patience, and not comparing myself to other moms, but this is his book. Look at this. Lamp, egg, jar, lion. This is him doing this by himself.
So her son is 6 years old, and this is seemingly the first time he's ever written words down. All of the top comments are pointing out that this isn't very advanced for a 6-year-old, and I don't have a way to gauge whether it is or not, so I asked my mom, who homeschooled 5 kids. She said, well, there are way too many factors to consider. Are they a first child with a stay-at-home mom? Is their birthday at the end of the year? Then wrong there. That's the wrong there, Mom. Yeah, that looks about like I would expect a 6-year-old to write. That doesn't seem extraordinary. And then, of course, she closed it out with the smirking emoji because she thinks it's just a regular smiling emoji, and I am not going to explain to her why it's not. But regardless of skill level, I don't know that this can be called writing, not because of how it looks, but because she mentions he's been going around the house and copying these words down, so he can't write them from memory and probably doesn't know what they mean. He's just mimicking the lines of the letters, so this is more like drawing. She's also said that they teach in moments exactly like this. This is where they would educate while the kid is showing interest in the topic, but I don't think she did that.
This is him doing this by himself.
From what we can see, they didn't go into any more depth. There isn't any more writing aside from what he put there initially, so they didn't turn it into a lesson and have him practice. But they did stop to make a TikTok, so while he's not getting a proper education, at least his parents are using him to become social media influencers. Phew. My light just...
And my big fear about free schooling was that if my kids only went towards what they were interested in, saving all of their real estate only for things they're interested in, not cramming it with anything necessary, I was concerned that they would never be interested in things like reading and writing and math.
To counter this fear, have you tried teaching them reading and writing and math? It's really good for kids to learn at this age, and he clearly wants to. If you don't make an actual plan to educate them now, this is the level that they're gonna stay at. The motivation is only gonna decrease. Hey, Timmy, you wanna learn about the alphabet now? Egg. Timmy, it's not cute anymore. Egg. Timmy, you're 17. Egg. But something Timmy would want to learn about is today's sponsor. Timmy. This video is sponsored by Opera. Whenever I'm editing on a time crunch, I have a tab open for music, a tab open for sound effects, one for PNGs, one for pictures of Riz Apple, and then bam, suddenly I have 33 tabs open at the same time. Opera is a web browser that offers a variety of features, including context-based tab grouping that makes your tabs cuddled together and save space. So no matter how disorganized your mind is, Opera makes it look like you have things under control. I'm a big fan of their built-in ad blocker that you just toggle on or off, no extra steps or extensions required. It makes everything move more smoothly, and the sidebar feature is also great because you can control your music and check messages without having to open more tabs or close out of the browser. It's just all right there. You can even customize your Opera browser with their wallpapers. They've got animated ones, or you can add your own. And with their Aria feature, you can ask questions and get immediate answers from the web. It's also available in the sidebar, so always there if you need it. Or you can highlight text and it'll give you a quick description of the word or topic you're looking at. If you want to check it out, just use my link in the description and download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. She says he'll ask about math sometimes too.
Same with addition. Mom, what's 7 plus 5? It will come at the right time.
Why does she pause like this? The stare that she does is so scary. If my mom looked at me like this after I asked a math question, I would never ask one again. But maybe this is a one-off. Maybe she was just really excited, and typically she does turn questions like this into a teaching moment.
When you say that somebody's bad energy and you don't like them because they're bad energy, what you're really saying is that they remind you of yourself.
What if that was a teaching moment? What if they were about to ask what trigonometry is? While she doesn't push her kids to learn things like reading and writing, she does make sure to give lessons on the really essential things.
There was a god named Kronos, and he was so afraid that one of his babies was going to take over his kingdom that he said, every time one of my sons is born, I'm going to eat that. I'm gonna eat my own son.
Learning the ABCs? No, we're too busy learning about cannibalistic deities. It's more important, and Kronos is really cool. He kinda ate. Her child is asking questions here, but mostly because he doesn't know what the fuck is going on.
Why is he gonna eat his own son?
Because that's the nature of chronological or Kronos time.
Ma'am, this child is not learning anything from what you just said. Even if this kid understood what that answer meant, it wouldn't be an answer, because her answer was just, that's just the nature of chronological time. Just because it does, that's how it is. You can tell he's completely lost, but it doesn't matter because this lesson isn't for his benefit, it's for hers. More specifically, it's for her business's benefit because she promotes her book and website at the end of it. On that website, you can get some of her free audiobooks, or you can enroll in her school workshop for money. So she can teach, but only if you're a paying customer. Maybe your kids would be able to read if they weren't so broke. Oh, you want to count to 100? Why don't you put 100 big ones right here first? Let's start there. One of the key points in unschooling is that the kids learn life skills and not just scholarly ones. For example, how to cut vegetables.
I'm amazed. Technique, baby. Technique. Good job.
Is the point of this to prove that unschooling is effective here? Because to me, it just proves that over the course of 4 years, your child developed fine motor skills, and I don't think unschooling is responsible for that. If anything, they should be way better at this. If they're at home doing it all the time, they should be Zorro at this point. She's got a literal baby waving a knife around, and the only warning she's giving is in a sing-songy voice.
If you cut your finger wrong, na 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 na. So be careful, my baby.
This kid does not have the motor skills or the mental capacity to understand how dangerous this is, especially when she's acting like it's a silly thing happening. I'm gonna go in that door. Don't go in there. Whoa, why not? It's very dangerous. You will probably die. Your demise is Eminent. Those seem kind of important though. While I was looking into this account, I stumbled onto another unschooling mom.
Day one of unschooling, and I've got my kids helping me to clean the car out. Teaching them hard work, taking care of the things that you love, that you need, and also keeping the car clean.
Oh, so like chores. You're educating them by having them do regular house chores. You can't claim that cleaning the car and learning hard work is an acceptable replacement for actual curriculum. Cleaning and taking care of things is something that kids should be learning on top of their regular education, not instead of. This parent said she pulled her kids out of school to do this because she was unhappy with the public education system.
We have 52 days until I pull my child out of public school and start unschooling him. Lots of hands-on stuff to teach him these things, not just reading out of a fucking which is what's wrong with public school.
And while yes, there are a lot of things wrong with the public education system, I don't think that books in and of themselves are what's wrong with it. Books are usually pretty helpful, learning-wise. Not to be controversial, I don't know if she had maybe just a personal bad experience with books. You've got a lot of nerve showing up here.
It's been 5 years. Just let it go.
Let it go? You stole my college application essay.
Not this again.
I didn't get into Yale because of you.
I was in a bind.
Give me my paper back. And again, none of these are actual lesson plans. This is just hanging out with your kid, which is important, but so is being able to read a ruler. Very weird hat. Or even knowing what a number 2 pencil is. Why do they call it a number 2 pencil? Why don't they just call it a poopy pencil? She also claims that going to the grocery store qualifies as an unschooling lesson.
Now they're gonna go grocery shopping with me, and we're gonna learn about reading labels. We're gonna learn about math and money.
When you're buying groceries, you need to make sure that the quality of it is good. So turn it over. See the prices on them right here? You typically want to make sure that you pick the lowest price.
These are just regular life skills that you should be teaching your kid whether they're unschooling or not. And how many times can a trip to the grocery store count as school? Because after a few, they're probably good to go, right? And next we have Timothy, graduating with a bachelor's in putting things in the cart and a minor in not buying rotten strawberries. Thank you. They said I couldn't do it. F the haters. Look at me now. When explaining her unschooling plan, she said the main things she'll be focusing on are starting a garden, great, and that she's gonna be teaching them how to establish boundaries. You should be doing that already. And she's gonna teach them how to bake and cook. You should do that already. And also sports.
Also gonna be doing lots of sports. So he'll be in any sport, every sport that we can possibly think of, because we will now have time to do so.
Okay, so now that we've listed all the extracurriculars, what are you gonna teach them?
I'll be taking them to the aquarium and zoos and learning through life experiences.
Oh!
They're gonna learn through life experiences, kind of like everyone else who is alive. The only references she makes to actual school subjects are like this.
Day 2 of unschooling, and we're at the park learning how to have fun. But before you get your panties in a wad, listen. Yes, we're going to be doing reading and writing and math and maybe science, but it's not going to look the same as traditional public school. It's going to be different.
These are just things that you should have mapped out before pulling your kids out of school. I never do anything for my kids without a plan, and I have 2 billion of them, and I make sure each and every one of them has a bed made out of galvanized steel with eco-friendly wood and a mattress that I borrowed from my aunt. Based on some of her older videos, it seems like she made this decision due to personal issues she was having with her kid's school.
The other day, or a couple weeks ago, she sent home in his folder a piece of paper that had a signature side and a date side. And she told him, didn't say nothing to me, told him to tell me I needed to take his homework out of his folder every single night, sign and date this piece of paper, and send it back to her every single day.
This video has been deleted now, but she's complaining that her son's teacher asked her to sign and date his homework every night, which is usually just to show that you're involved in your kid's schooling and that you understand what they're currently doing in school. And of all the things you have to take care of as a parent, this seems like one of the easiest ones, but she literally refused to do it.
Now, listen, I took that piece of paper out and I said, I'm not doing that, baby. I run a massive business through social media. I don't have time, literally.
I don't have time to help with my kids' education. However, I do have time to be completely and solely responsible for it. What's really sad about this is that her kid clearly wants her to sign. He makes a comment about some kind of reward system they have, some bonus he gets, and she can't be bothered. But isn't the point of unschooling to put your kid's individual needs first? Isn't the argued benefit that your teacher is your parent who knows you really well and has your individual best interests in mind? If you couldn't do that for literal seconds every night, what makes you think you're gonna be able to do it 24/7 every single day? For some reason, she titled this Teacher on a Power Trip, and the teacher is just asking her to do something that probably all the parents are asked to do. It's a very simple instruction, and I thought that those were important to her.
What you doing how to follow instructions.
Those who can't do teach, I guess. The way she describes her unschooling plan just sounds like a pretty immature grasp of what it's gonna take. It's almost like the kid is the one who came up with it.
Okay, so first we're gonna go to the park.
Okay.
And then we're gonna go to the swimming pool.
Then we'll do school.
I'm not done. Then we're gonna go to the grocery store and buy 500,000 Go-Gurts.
How is that school?
It's math, bitch.
Another concern people had with her unschooling was her kids losing the socialization they get at school. And her response was, oh, they don't need that actually.
We don't actually need socialization skills. We need to know how to communicate, which you can do with your parents. We need to know how to connect, which you can do with your parents. And those are skills that you take for the rest of your life to make friendships.
All of the things she's listing are things you learn from socializing. We don't actually need socialization. We need to know how to socialize, how to be social, how to interact with people socially in a social way. Her argument is kind of that you can get all the socialization you need from your parents and don't need to hang out with kids your age. And she believes that going to the grocery store is also a form of socialization.
There's so many ways you could teach your child how to be social. Take them on grocery shopping trips. Take them to go to the zoo and teach them how to talk to people. Lead by example.
I had no idea that going to the grocery store was so beneficial. It's a math lesson, it's a social visit, it's kind of a one-stop shop, I guess. She also has this video, which isn't a great sign.
If the worst thing that happens to my kids from unschooling is not knowing how to socialize, I think they'll be fine. I never leave my house and don't like people either, but I'm still happy and successful.
And if she's leading by example,
lead by example.
Something tells me they also won't leave the house a lot. And it's kind of hard to practice the unschooling method and learn through life experiences when you aren't having any experiences. But I'm sure they'll never get tired of hanging out with their parents or struggle to connect with people their age in the future. Hey, you want to grab a drink with us? If we go to Applebee's, I have a coupon. Oh, we were thinking like a club. Ooh, love a good club. Very hard to get the mayo right though. No, like dancing. Now you're talking. Why are your pants so high?
What happens when you send your kid to a classroom for 8 hours a day? That is outside influences impacting your child, because what they're going to learn isn't just coming from you. Beliefs that they're going to have aren't just coming from you.
Isn't that a good thing though? Your kid shouldn't only believe and think things that you think. Shouldn't they get a bunch of different opinions and beliefs from people and get a variety of perspectives? If your idea of schooling is making sure that your kid thinks exactly like you, that sounds less like education and more like conditioning. And unschooling is supposed to be about specializing your kids' education based on their specific ideas and interests. You can't tailor education to an individual if you don't see them as an individual. Also, the successful business she keeps referring to is a pyramid scheme.
I'm very proactive inside of my profession and my career of being an entrepreneur. They're likely going to follow that path because they're going to see how successful.
So, at least she can teach them shapes. A little bit of this reminds me of how I was raised. Again, I was homeschooled. You probably didn't know that. Just kidding. It's probably the only thing you know about me. Sorry, okay? Sorry I'm so mysterious and suave. Sorry I'm so shampoo coated. But my homeschooling wasn't really in an attempt to make me more prepared for the world or because I couldn't necessarily handle a typical school environment. It was more because normal kids are secular and besties with Satan. Sometimes they say things like, hey, you should smoke this, or fart, and both of those are equally as bad. The sole reason for my being homeschooled was religion and being able to limit the amount of interaction I had with the outside world, whether it be people or media. I wasn't allowed to watch PG-13 movies until I was 22. Just imagine being told you're not allowed to watch Jumanji, the Kevin Hart one, as a tax-paying citizen. And I think I would be better at a lot of things if I'd been able to interact with people my age before I was basically in my 20s. I missed out on a lot of skills like how to interact with people, how to not perceive every human being as a potential threat, how to order a milkshake at Sonic without breaking down in tears. Isolating your kids and making yourself the only presence in their life is probably less about what's good for them and more about what's good for you. And it's completely normal to have anxieties about where your kids are or how outside sources are going to affect them, but that doesn't mean that you should stop them from interacting with outside sources at all. That just sounds like you have anxieties that are being passed down to the next generation, like an heirloom, like a little apprehensive piece of furniture. You okay, man? Yeah, just some chest pain. And I'm not saying you shouldn't homeschool your kids or do alternative schooling, because I'm sure a lot of kids would benefit from something like that, but just don't do it bad. Just do it good. Otherwise, your kid's gonna end up like me in 20 years, and you don't want that. That is a threat. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to the grocery store for the 5th time today, so I gotta go.
Fiction is true the same way numbers are true, I would say. Like, you know, if you have one apple and one orange and one banana, the commonality between all of those three is 1. And you might say, well, is 1 as real as one fruit? is the abstraction one as real as one fruit? And I would say it depends on what you mean by real, but representing things mathematically and abstractly gives you incredible power, and you could make the case that the abstraction is actually more real than the phenomena that it represents.
Are we almost there yet? This is why we don't show ourselves in the sunlight. There is so much sun around. Without having to walk like 8,000 miles, people would know we're different. You literally one-punch manned a moving vehicle. This is what I am. It's like diamonds. Or honey. I mean, diamonds, sure, but I don't know if it looks like. This video is sponsored by Honey.
Honey is the #1 shopping tool in America that automatically searches the internet for promo codes and discounts so that you don't have to. Instead, you can spend that time rewatching the Twilight series and reminiscing about when your biggest problem in life was Jacob cutting his hair. Because why did you do that, Stephanie? Why? When available, Honey finds discounts of 18% on average. For example, if I wanted to buy this Edward doll, which I do, I really do, 18% off the current listing price would save you over $15. One of my favorite things about Honey is that if there isn't a big enough discount available, you can add the item to your list and they'll notify you if there's a price drop. All you have to do is click Add to Drop List and wait for Honey to do all the work. And I will wait for you, Edward. I will. But Twilight-related treasures aren't the only thing Honey can save you money on. Honey can be used on most of the sites you're probably already using for clothes, shoes, and even video games. So you can enjoy free savings and get that little boost of serotonin from watching the price go down, courtesy of Honey. It only takes a few clicks to add Honey to your browser. Use the link in my description, joinhoney.com/ChadChad, click Add Extension, then wham bam, thank you ma'am, you have access to the internet's most convenient shopping assistant.
Thank you for listening, and thank you to Honey for sponsoring this video. You better hang on tight, Spider Monkey.
Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Not really. And I was not allowed to watch Twilight when it came out. Did this lead to a deep obsession with the entire franchise due to my unhealthily curious mind? No, why would you think that it did that? Because it didn't. I'm not saying that Twilight is at the root of every modern day vampire obsession. I'm just saying that it probably is, because you can't tell me that the period where middle schoolers were drawing bite marks on their neck and pretending their Minute Maid fruit punch was blood didn't cause just a little bit of a shift in our timeline. Rule #1 of TikTok vampires: if your girlfriend has injured herself, do not show concern at all. Oh, also smirk. That's not just like vampire TikToks, that's just TikTok in general.
Smirk at everything.
Girlfriend breaking up with you, failing a class, parents in the hospital. Sadly though. So I'm not sure if his girlfriend is aware of his vampire-ness. Vampiricalness. Good. I'm glad we did that. If she is, does she want him to kill her? Or because she has to know how this stuff works, right? Hello, my vampire boyfriend who has an animalistic reaction to blood that will probably lead to you killing me. Look at this cut on my stomach. It has blood. I've taken note of the blood on your stomach and you are correct. I will now be killing you. As long as your smirk is the last thing I look upon, I die a contented woman. Not to nitpick, but I will, because that's kind of my job and I wouldn't have content otherwise. But if you're a vampire and you only consume people for food, would you not eventually learn how to have manners about it? Like, this is the equivalent of us regular people shoving hot Takis into our mouth, rubbing Taki dust all over our face and our chin, and then just going to English class. Hey Chad, you've got a little, what's up on your, yeah, you've got Taki dust just all over your face. Taki. Still? Oh. What is that? What's that smell? It's like morning breath and damp armpits.
It's delicious.
Who let a human enroll in an all-monster school anyway? What asshole was responsible for that?
So, Deborah, you'll be attending a new school. It has great amenities. It has a pool, a nationally recognized sports team, all for the very low cost of your entire life. What was that last part? Nationally recognized sports team? No, the last part. Oh, well, it'll probably be the genitals. Yeah, I've heard they like to save those for last. Wait, I'm sorry. Phew, it's okay. It's kneecaps last,
Genitals first. Deborah?
Oh, hey, baby. I thought you were waiting downstairs for me. Oh, this? Oh, it's nothing. I was just, shaving, obviously, you know. Happens all the time, right?
No, I don't think it does. I don't personally shave my face, but if I did, I like to think I'd look at this as a negative outcome. I want to know how I got these scars. Pure incompetence.
So I'm ready for our date now. Just watch this cut, obviously. Am I a vampire? What? That's so stupid. I totally respect your opinion on everything.
Totally respect your opinion on everything, babe. Except this. Take notes, guys, because next time you cheat on your girl, this is how you get her off your back. No, I didn't sleep with Erica, obviously. Accidentally made love. Happens all the time. The text that said, can't wait to see you later, was metaphorical, okay? She metaphorically was gonna suck on these.
But, I mean, come on. That's vampires? Come on, what's next? Werewolves?
I would love a vampire movie to be made where the vampire just gaslights their love interest the entire time. Wait.
How did you get over to me?
I was standing right next to you, Bella.
You were next to your car.
No, I wasn't.
Do you mean to say the 104-year-old man who fell in love with a 17-year-old and refused to do the do with her unless they got married didn't have an airtight moral code? Who'd have thunk it?
Is there a problem? Oh, that was me and my family. We were camping last night. Yeah, we were in the woods, yeah. Yeah, we were up pretty late. We were having a blast. I'll tell them to keep it down. Thank you. What did I tell you?
The person knocking on this door is one of the bravest souls alive. They heard screaming from the woods in the middle of the night, and they said, most people would call the cops, but not me. I'm gonna wait until the next morning and confront these people personally, because if there is one thing I hate about a possible murder happening, it's how it interferes with the neighborhood's sleep schedule.
I said if you're gonna bite their neck, keep them quiet. I don't care what you have to use, keep them quiet.
There's just something about a very loud HVAC that takes away from a person's attempt to seem dominant or intimidating. I don't care what you have to do, keep them quiet. What did they say?
Boss, I really can't hear you.
Boss, I think it's getting louder, actually. Oh, great. You hurt their feelings. They're crying now. Don't cry. No, it's okay. I am begging y'all to never stop putting yourselves in 6x speed. This is the best thing I've seen in weeks. I will be starting a petition to have all romance movies follow this format. Miss Bennett, Mr. Darcy, I trust your family is in. Quiet, Mr. Darcy, and kiss me, you fool. Yeah, your teacher's a moron. Mortals being oblivious amuses me. That sounds like something a guy with the Joker as his profile picture would say, or someone parodying a guy with the Joker as his profile picture would say. We've come full circle. I don't know what's real anymore. Am I really here? Are you really there? Is my name really ChadChad?
You're so good, just don't know why I'm addicted.
I love how most of these portray vampires as these sexy, irresistible beings. I mean, of course they do, thanks to Stephanie and the Vampire Diaries. But it's particularly funny to me considering how the folklore of vampires probably started. Like, it was probably just a bunch of people in the olden days desperate for some food and vitamins, so they had to resort to sipping the old human fruit punch.
Mule, thou mother is dead. No, yes. Now fetch the salt, please. Let me at least say goodbye, of course. Merciful God, Agatharius has died. Fetch the garlic. Betzius, thou knowest how deathly allergic I am to garlic. Cast it aside, I never wish to look upon it again. Forgive me, Lord Jacobius. Thy garlic hath killed Sir Meatsback. I decree garlic to be the most dangerous of vegetables. Jedediah Sariah, write that down. Of course, sir. And tell thy children and thy children's children of how evil garlic hath been to us. Immediately, sir. Shall we prepare Meatsback for dinner? How durst thou? His flesh hath been tainted by the garlic. I am the lowest of low, sir. By the garlic. Sir, Bethesmiel's mother and Agatharius. They live. It was just a quick bout of the plague, sir. Nothing we can't handle. Looks like meat's back on the menu, boys.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. If you want to follow me on other stuff, that's my Instagram, that's my Twitter. I don't usually plug that stuff, but I'm close to getting 10,000 followers on Instagram, and then I have the feature where I can tell you to swipe up, which would make me feel important. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to My name is ChadChad. Today I'm gonna be watching the After series because I hate myself and you guys told me to do it. Thanks guys, really appreciate it. I think that I watched one YouTube video on the first one, which came out in 2019, and now in 2021, 3 years later, there's already 2 more, which is an exponential rate for movies to be produced. I don't know who's behind that. Just a quick recap of what I know about this series from just like hearsay. Number 1, it was based on a Wattpad story, kind of like The Kissing Booth, which was incredible, as we all know. Number 2, it was based, or was supposed to be, a Harry Styles fanfic. Number 3, it's terrible. Number 4, it's terrible. I want to watch the whole series, but I can't sit here and watch 3 movies in a row while I'm filming. I will be here for like 12 hours. So we're just gonna start with the first one and see how it goes. Good luck to me. Pray for me. Or if you're not religious, you can Venmo me, I guess. Hey guys, just a quick disclaimer. That was a joke. There is no ChadChad Venmo account, so if you see one, please don't send them money. I'm doing fine actually, because this video is sponsored by Confessions of a Rebel. This is a new niche brand dedicated to celebrating the rebelliousness in all of us by creating fragrances that excite and inspire. Confessions of a Rebel's mission is to defy categorization and gender binaries in the fragrance industry while helping everyone to find their signature scent, because everyone deserves to smell amazing. Responsible sourcing is also essential, and Confessions of a Rebel goes straight to the source for their ingredients and works with the best and brightest small batch farmers. All fragrances are vegan and cruelty-free. I received Let's Be Real, this conditioning body wash, Get a Room, and samples of About Last Night, Love High, and Almost Single. My favorite is Let's Be Real. This one smells amazing and has a bouquet of orange zest, lavender, and orange blossom, then some vanilla bean and cashmere woods to ground it a little bit. This conditioning body wash, Get a Room, smells incredible, and I've used it so many times since receiving it. It has a fruit-based smell with apple and mandarin and makes my skin feel super soft. Most of the ones I received are more fruity scents, like Love High, which has notes of jasmine, apple, peach nectar, and orange flower. But if you want something warmer with less fruity elements, Almost Single has some spice fueled by cardamom and black pepper with some deeper hints of sandalwood and rosemary. If you want to check out Confessions of a Rebel, be sure to use my code CHAD to get 20% off your Confessions of a Rebel fragrance so that you can act now, confess later. Thank you to today's sponsor, and let's get back to the video. Okay, so we're walking naked in the woods. That doesn't usually end well, biblically.
There are moments in our lives that seem to define us.
I'm gonna be your spirit guide. We can get you into all the best places even without a fake. No problem.
You're just gonna dive into that while our mom's still standing in the doorway. Yeah, we can get into any club we want. We have really good fake IDs. Also, we do drugs every hour, and each of us has an STD. It's gonna be great.
What's with all the old books? Who brings books to college?
Crazy Tessa bringing books to school where you read books and talk about books and write essays on books. He's a fucking nerd.
The bookish vibe. I like that.
The bookish vibe?
The bookish vibe.
Oh.
Sorry.
After you.
No, honestly, I insist. Honestly,
No, my mother raised me to...
If this isn't going to be a reoccurring character in the rest of this movie, this entire interaction was the most pointless thing I've seen in my entire life. Go ahead. Oh no, you go ahead, I insist. No, please, my mother raised me to make everything as awkward as humanly possible in these situations. Okay, please.
Go ahead.
Isn't this scene in the preview? I'm gonna hate this.
Great Gatsby. It's a good book. Hate to spoil it, but it was all a dream.
The Great Gatsby, huh? Surprised a girl like you knows about this book. It's pretty underground. Not a lot of people know this, but it was actually based on a movie starring Leonardo DiCaprio. Is that supposed to imply that she's getting feelings for him already? Like they've had enough interactions for her to be falling for this dude? I also love when a guy mansplains the ending of one of the most popular books in the world to me. It really gets my gears going.
You're going.
Aren't we so glad that there's always conveniently a character like this who's there to pull the shy main character out of their shell? If it weren't for them, there would be no movie. And what a tragedy that would be.
So, guys, truth or dare?
I dare you to make out with Hart.
No. Ew.
Where are you right now? It's really loud. Okay, so you go to college and now you drink. That's really great, Tessa.
Okay, Noah, where is this what? This relationship seems really solid. I think that they have a lot of trust. Ooh, he also has books. I bet he's not as materialistic and shallow as he seems to be. He has depth, and I bet he has a soft spot only for her.
Whatever our souls are made of, his and mine are the same.
Guys, I don't think I can do this. I already want to die at how deep their relationship is because they both read books. I know that their faces are so close together because it's supposed to be building and showing us the tension, but I don't feel it. The only tension I feel is between me and turning this movie off. I know you're not gonna kiss, so just hurry it the fuck up. Pull away last second.
Wait.
There we go. Off, Noah. Your mom said you shouldn't be partying with that roommate. Hey, Noah, aka mom number 2. No one asks you, Noah. You shop at the Gap.
I got it from the Gap.
I'm not the only freshman in this class.
Okay, I'm team Landon, you guys. Noah, Hardin. I'm team Landon. They're both freshmen, and he's not a total prick.
I want to show you something.
I think that it's better if we keep our distance.
Something tells me that she's gonna go. It's always a good idea to get into cars with people you barely know, especially when they're mean to you. Oh, and he's taking her to the woods. Tessa, he's taking you to woods.
Can I ask you something?
No.
Can I show you something?
No. This scene has been going on for years and nothing is happening. Oh my God, end it. End this scene.
So, how about we play a game of Second Blow?
Does this character just exist to like bring up games to play? Him and Hardin live together because their parents are dating, so he's gonna call her. You need to come over. Stat. Hardin is upset because you touched elbows with some dude at a campsite and you have a boyfriend even though he doesn't want to date you. Get over here. Oh, and also he breaks things when he's angry. He's husband material.
I'm a mess.
I think that we're both a mess.
You are like the epitome of not mess. I mean, aside from being attracted to super toxic people and cheating on her boyfriend. You know what? Never mind.
Noah's my best friend.
Not anymore.
If I leave now, you're cut off.
So she's cutting her off because she kissed a boy that wasn't Noah. Is the mom in love with Noah? I wish she was, because then something would actually be happening right now and there would be some kind of plot. I mean, we all know that Noah likes moms. So it makes sense.
When you told me your mom was going to cut you off, I had to do something. We can stay here for the rest of the year.
When you told me that your mom was going to cut you off, I had to do something. And I decided to go with squatting in my father's friend's house while she's in Italy for an entire year and not telling anyone. So I landed on crime. How many montages do you need in one movie? This is so boring. We're literally just watching montages of them go on dates or sit at home and eat takeout.
One night when I was 8, my dad was at the pub, drunk as usual. He messed with the wrong guys.
Messed with the wrong guy.
They came to our house for payback.
Came to their house for payback.
He wasn't there.
He wasn't there.
And that's my dad. I need to go.
What? Now?
Jeez, just tell me where he is.
Maybe he's at Blind Bob.
Yeah, obviously, we know this. She read the text messages that said, meet me at Blind Bob's at 9. And then he was like, oh, I gotta go. I thought we were just assuming that that's where he was going. I'm Tessa, and this is 2 and 2. She can't put them together.
Make her fall in love with me. And then I'll just
turn it off.
So it's way worse than I thought. His friends didn't dare him. He dared himself. So does that mean then that he broke her and Noah up on purpose? And as a result, made her lose her financial support while she's going to college? Very wholesome. Definitely someone that you should stay in a relationship with for 2 whole more movies. It's another sad montage. Do you want to be in a sad montage? Do you want to be in a sad montage too? Right here. There you go. Okay, look up here. Look up there. Beautiful. You did amazing. You were made for the camera. Tessa and Hardin aren't talking, obviously, so we just get another sad montage of the 2 of them separately, but thinking back on the times that they had together, which even though we just saw all those moments in the movie and they were painful and boring back then, we have to watch them a second time in the form of a sad montage, just in case we missed it the first time.
Miss Young, this is what Hardin turned in. I think it was actually written more for you than it was for me.
I just know that this letter is gonna be super cliche and make me want to rip my face off. Let me try and guess what kind of essay Hardin would write with Tessa in mind, okay? I think it would start with Tessa. That's it. It just says Tessa in Times New Roman font. And the teacher was like, this is an astounding statement on the solidarity of the human mind and how it can so easily become fixated on Tessa. A+. I like how she only hangs out with Landon whenever she and Hardin are not currently speaking. I think it's really cool and fair how they are only friends when it benefits Tessa.
You once asked who I loved most in this world.
And it's still me. But you come in at a close second. The plot is just how they aren't having sex, and then they are having sex, and then they go back to not having sex, and then these little scenes are sprinkled in between where they talk to meaningless characters about how they are or are not having sex. After my ass. So let me know in the comments if you want to see the next one, but I'm gonna call it there. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to my name is ChadChad. Not really. And teachers have been up to some stuff recently. Some have been up to some really bad stuff, and then others have just been up to some stuff that's making people angry on TikTok.
Hey, could you please put your phone away? I've already asked you once.
Not that that's necessarily a difficult thing to do. I've never had a teacher. Technically, I've never been into a school other than college. It's because I was so brilliant and smart and incredible that I didn't have to. I just popped out of the womb and went straight to college. I wasn't homeschooled. Just remember that I have no experience with having a high school teacher other than my mom, and that was a lot of fun because if I ever pissed my teacher off, the passive aggressiveness didn't stop after the bell rang. I didn't have homework, but if I failed a math test, I wouldn't get to stay on the health insurance plan, so. Pros and cons. And while we're talking about pros, this video is sponsored by Scentbird. Christmas is right around the corner, so why not give your loved ones a gift that keeps giving all year round? Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that lets you try fragrances from over 600 brands. You or your recipient can choose a new designer perfume or cologne to try every month with plenty of unisex options also. Each fragrance comes with a 30-day supply, so you or your loved one can try it out without having to pay the price for a full bottle. Just choose between a 3, 6, or 12-month subscription, and Scentbird will send it to the recipient's email address. Or if you're looking for more of a one-time gift, Scentbird also offers perfume and cologne sets filled with scents from top brands like Gucci, Dolce, and lots more. Whether you're treating yourself or a loved one, you can try high-end fragrances for only $16 a month, or if you use my code CHAD2, it's only $11 for the first month. I got 3 more scents this month, and I'm a huge fan of the color scheme. This one is Belle by Toka, and it's a citrus blend that also makes you smell like you just took took a bath in flowers. This is La Femme Intense by Prada, and it's more of a woody, elegant scent with just a touch of floral in there. It smells like something you would wear on a mysterious late night date to make everything more sophisticated. This one you can probably tell is my favorite from this month because of how much is left in there. It's called Sugarful by Michael Germain, and I've been spraying it way too much because I can't get enough of it and keep getting compliments. But that being said, I still haven't even used half the vial, so there's plenty of product in these. Scentbird vials are actually 8 times bigger than regular samples you would get at the store. This one smells sweet, like a mix of strawberry and cotton candy, but also has some sandalwood to balance it all out. This is definitely my favorite, and I'll actually be buying the full bottle of Sugarful because it's amazing. Scentbird is a flexible subscription, so if you need to skip a month or anything, there are no penalties. Plus, they are now available in Canada too, so if you want to try Scentbird out, be sure to use code ChadChad to get 30% off your first month. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. This teacher's account has had a lot of viral TikToks this week. You might have seen them. I've seen at least 3, plus stitches and duets.
Off.
A lot of which were mostly not positive. Most of her videos that I've seen are in this format where she's like, this is how I would react if a student did XYZ. Pretty cut and dry, right? You might be thinking there's no way that this could go wrong, to the point that this teacher is having to turn off her comment sections and post multiple response videos. And if you are thinking that, no, you're wrong.
Hey, could you please stop drawing on the desk? What? Oh, yeah, I'll stop. All right, class, open your books. Hey, didn't I just ask you to stop drawing on your desk? Here, use these, clean it up. What? Fine.
So the student won't stop drawing on the desk, and she's annoyed by it, which makes sense. I mean, schools usually want to keep their property clean, I would assume, but the comments seem to have a different opinion. It comes off, just let them draw. Or let them draw, then have them clean it after. There are a lot of people saying that this is ridiculous and she should leave them alone because drawing on the desk helps with anxiety. I guess I could maybe see both sides to this. On the one hand, if it's just like an absent-minded scribble, if it's a pencil you're using and it comes off using these wipes, it doesn't seem like that big a deal. Unless what you're drawing isn't school appropriate. What are you drawing, Johnny? This? Oh, it's actually a massive a butthole. Okay, well, please clean it up. Just let him draw. He has anxiety. But I can also see being a teacher and this kid isn't listening to you while you're trying to keep your classroom clean. Teachers don't get paid a lot, guys. I don't know if you've heard or not. Definitely not enough to be like guardians of the school desks. I can't say that without sounding like a Visco girl. Desks. 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 Like, is that in the job description for being a teacher? Must be able to teach kids 9 through 12, must make TikToks between class periods, and must personally ensure the safety and quality of all desks on school grounds with your life.
Or you're fucking fired.
Miss Cheney. Yeah? I've been trying to get all these drawings off of the desk, but they're just not coming out. Oh, you don't have to do that. You're not even the one that drew on the desk. But if during your work time you want to keep trying to get it off and make it your project, I'm totally fine with you doing that. By the end of the school year, these are going to be off of the desk.
Okay, and now we're enlisting other students to try and get the drawings off. They're not even bad drawings. And if they haven't come off at this point, I think it's fate. They're supposed to be there. You might actually cause a Nexus event if you keep trying to erase them.
Hey, Miss Cheney, can I go to the bathroom? Yeah, of course, go ahead. Okay, thanks.
This is something I'll never understand about school, is having to ask to go to the bathroom. I have anxiety. Shocking, but it was a lot worse in high school, like a lot. If I had been in school and had to ask for permission to go to the bathroom, I just wouldn't do it. I would just remove the need to use the bathroom from my body. I would transcend morality. You have to raise your hand, the teacher stops talking and everyone looks at you, and then everybody is gonna know that you, a human being, use the bathroom. That's fucking embarrassing.
Right, here you go. Hey, when you go to the bathroom, if you're getting a snack, could you just let me know?
I don't understand the issue with this one because they got snacks. Kids eat a lot. They probably were just hungry and grabbed them from the vending machine on the way back. Not really what I would call sus, unless they came back through the vent.
Bye everyone, have a great day. See you tomorrow. Hey, can I chat with you for just a sec? Okay, so do you have any medical conditions I need to be made aware of?
Are you legally allowed to ask a student that? Like, are you allowed to just go up to them and be like, hey, I was just wondering, is there a particular reason, perhaps a medical one, that you shit so often? Or is shitting violently and frequently just like a hobby of yours?
The 10-15 minute bathroom breaks really need to end. Our class is only 45 minutes long, which means you are missing a lot of instruction by being gone for 15 minutes.
Personally, I don't think I would ever be able to go up to a student and ask them what they're actually doing when they're using the bathroom. That just seems stressful for all parties involved. Maybe there's a better way to go about it, right? Like maybe you could have students fill out forms detailing their entire medical history the first day of class, or put security cameras in the bathroom stalls. Way less intrusive. I think the biggest reason I've seen so many angry comments on this account is about this particular topic, which is students having cell phones in class.
Hey, can you please put your phone away? Thank you. Hey, could you please put your phone away? I've already asked you once. Thanks. Okay, here's the deal. I shouldn't have to ask you 3 times to put your phone away. I can see that you're playing a game, so you're gonna put your phone in the phone jail and it'll sit over there until the end of class when you can pick it up right before you leave. Sound good? Here you go.
She had to turn off comments on this one, but I've even seen people go onto her other videos just to leave a comment about this one because it made them that angry. Again, I've never been to a high school class, but if you don't want your phone taken away, then maybe just don't be on it when the teacher looks at you. I mean, whenever I was sitting in class, I would check my phone, but you have to do it discreetly. So it just seems like this student is bad at being sneaky. Like if you can't check your phone without your teacher busting you every time, you kind of deserve to have your phone taken away at that point. Just get better at being deceitful. It's the right thing to do.
I teach high school and I think this policy is very fair. If they finish early or if I tell them that they can go on their phones, then they can go on their phones. Also, if we have long class periods, which some days we do, I'll work in like a 5-minute phone break for them to have a brain break. But if it's work time, if I'm speaking, or if they're taking a test, phones should be put away.
I mean, yeah, of course you can't be on your phone during a test. Why is that even an argument? Hey, Sarah. What's up? We're taking a test, as you know, and I couldn't help but notice you have all the answers pulled up on your phone. Yeah, so I'm gonna have to take that. Yeah, you can't take it. It's my property. Okay, well then I have to fail you. I'll draw on the desk. No, please. Sarah, okay, don't touch the desk, all right? I am so sorry. Just forget I said anything. No, please. I looked for forever on her page for the TikTok that started all this drama, and apparently it got deleted, so all I could find was this duet.
Are you sure you don't want to put it in here? It's
Yeah.
just going to sit over there until the end of class and you can pick it up before you leave. No? Okay, so that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher. So I'm going to call down to the office. An administrator will come down. They'll bring the school officer.
The school officer? Is that like a security guard? So we're calling security because a student was watching TikToks in class. I mean, unless it's like during a test and the student is refusing to get off of their phone. But still, why wouldn't you just fail them on the test and then tell the kids' parents that they're being a shithead? I think it's mostly the delivery on this one. It's a little more intense and the comments are saying that it's condescending. My personal theory is just that a lot of people have had a similar experience to this with getting in trouble with a teacher, and the cadence of this video,
So that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher.
is sending them into what is known as the scientific response of fight, flight, or leave angry internet comments. She does other kinds of videos just generally talking about what it's like to work as a teacher. She also does what I ate for lunch today videos. She seems like a genuinely nice teacher who cares about teaching kids. I feel bad that she's having to turn off her comments, but I guess she had to make a follow-up for the desk drawing video because of the amount of negative comments on that one.
All right, class, who can answer that? Hey, could you please not draw on your desk? I don't want it to stay in the desk. Oh yeah, I'll stop. But hey, could you please not draw on the desk? Yeah, sorry, I know. Okay, so here's a piece of paper for you to draw on instead of the desk, and here's a wipe to clean it off. Could you please do that for me?
Do you not have to take paper to school anymore? Should you not at least have one piece of paper? If the students don't have paper, then why do they have pencils or pens? It doesn't add up. To combat the desk drawing, she might have to start collecting pens and pencils like she does cell phones before class. Hey, Sarah. Oh, hey, Teach. I couldn't help but notice that you've been using your pencil a lot during class, the pencil. So I'm just gonna have to ask that you put it in the pencil jail. No, that's in here. Okay. It's just gonna sit over there until the end of class. It'll be waiting for you. I think I'm good. Okay, so that's blatant disrespect towards me, your teacher. I'm gonna have to contact the FBI and saw off 2 of your limbs with this rusty machete. As always, y'all can let me know what you think in the comments, but I'm gonna call it there. Also, if you're interested in Scentbird, be sure to use the link in my description or the code CHAD2. It does help out the channel. Plus, you get a discount off of your first month. And if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys. If you were a woman in the 1600s, your chances of owning a bank account were about 0%. And your chance of being burned alive at the stake for literally no reason at all was not 0%. We don't need to be history buffs to know that the Salem witch trials were a terrible thing that shouldn't have happened, but I did find out the other day that a lot of the hysteria was thanks to doctors claiming that witchcraft was causing illnesses they couldn't figure out. So it's super comforting to know that medical professionals blaming women for health conditions they don't understand yet is a tradition we've carried on for thousands and thousands of years. But it turns out that's not the only modern parallel we can draw from the Salem witch trials, because we're doing them again. All of it. The whole thing. On TikTok. We may not be putting people on legal trial for witchcraft anymore, but that's not going to stop the internet from throwing allegations around.
Makeup is witchcraft. I said what I said. Anytime you have to start trying to cover up and reconstruct your face with different powders and blushes and...
She's wearing lip gloss as she says this, by the way. Lips don't shine like that on their own, by the way. She also keeps mentioning Transformers in this video.
We got the men, you know, these Transformers, they out here looking more feminine than the women.
And I don't really know why. Like, what does putting on a little mascara have to do with the battle between Autobots and the Decepticons? I like how we constantly hear variations of this on how makeup shouldn't be allowed because it changes our appearance too much.
You don't look like that for real. With the makeup on and with the makeup off, you look like two completely different people. You're transforming. It's witchcraft.
Like, okay, since when is changing how something looks a bad thing? Does she also hate it when people paint a room? Whatever you do not renovate your bathroom around this lady. She's gonna freak the fuck out. A lot of these videos frame witches as being this kind of secret agent whose mission is to infiltrate the church.
Okay, this is gonna sound crazy to some of you, but it needs to be said because it's real.
Why did she slap us like that? What did we do? Does she think we're witches?
There are real Satanists from cults and real witches from covens that have been sent on assignment to your church to collect spiritual intel and to release curses.
According to her, witches are the ones to blame for many things happening within the church, like sickness.
And then everyone's confused, right? Like, why is there so much sickness? Why is our worship team always burnt out? Why does it always feel so heavy when we're together?
Divorce.
Why is there so much divorce?
Being poor.
Why is there a lack in finance? Why is this happening? Why is that happening?
The idea of seeing so many people struggle right now, you know, with the economy and other things. And the only thing you can think to blame for it is a secret agent witch. Cody Banks, if he was a witch. This just feels like a way to ignore the root cause of these issues while also shifting responsibility away from the church to actually do anything about them. Oh, there's a family in our church who can't afford groceries this month? Yeah, it's pretty sad. If only there was something we could do. You could, like, buy them groceries? Something we could do about these evil witches. She also lets us know that witches are sometimes sent after specific people.
There was a witch that was sent on assignment against me. She saw my testimony. She got smacked by the glory of God. She repented, turned from her cult, and was born again. Hallelujah.
Kind of like a hitman, but so far the only hits have come from her. So I think her implication is that the witches are sent to find Christians and convert them over to their side, which is terrible. How dare they invade someone else's space and then try and force their beliefs onto people? What a horrible and never been done before thing to do. But a not horrible thing to do would be to talk about today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bombas. Guys, summer is almost here, and while many people are working on their summer bodies, not many are working on their summer feetsies. And that's just as important. But you can make sure your feet are summer ready with a little help from Bombas. Bombas is a comfort-focused brand that's got all your basics covered, like socks, slippers, underwear, and even shoes. Their Friday sandals are built to go wherever you go, whether that's grocery shopping or doing parkour in the street. Please do not do parkour in the street. They're made with comfy, waterproof materials, and thanks to the cupped footbed and dual strap design, they're not going anywhere. Except for the cool zone, or in cool town. Bombas also makes the 3 most requested clothing items in homeless shelters, so whenever you make a purchase, an item is donated to someone who needs it. So far, they've donated over 200 million essential clothing items, which is crazy and amazing. So your feet get to look cool and also do cool things. Like this. Just kidding, please do not do this. It's way too dangerous. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description or scan the QR code here. New customers get 20% off their purchase, so go to bombas.com/ChadChad and use code ChadChad at checkout to upgrade your shoe game. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. There's a common message in most of the videos I found that if you can't figure out who the witches are in your church, that's actually a skill issue.
Witches are in the church. And guess what they are good at? Deception. Discernment is the number one thing that is going to reveal if somebody is operating in something other than the Spirit of God.
They basically say if you can't discern witches from actual Christians in the church, it's because you are a lukewarm Christian and aren't serving God hard enough. Which is exactly what I would say if I was trying to get my entire congregation to distrust each other. Oh, so you love and trust your community? That's actually because you're fucking stupid. There are literally witches serving Satan, and you would know that if you didn't hate God. The word discernment is used a lot in these. It's even considered a spiritual gift.
Now, if you have the Holy Spirit, you get to have all the spiritual gifts that are outlined in the Bible. The spiritual gift of discernment, which many Christians in the lukewarm church or the American church today lack in.
One that you don't get to have if you're a lukewarm Christian. So you better wear a jacket. Prayer, of course, is another good method to keep the witches at bay.
We also should be, as the church, operating in prayer. Corporate prayer. A house that is not built on prayer is honestly set up for failure in one form or another. Probably why prayer is so attacked.
I've heard people say this before, that prayer is under attack, and it makes praying sound very action-packed, which is kind of the opposite of what prayer is. And we now lay her to rest in your eternal kingdom. Amen. Who threw that? Me. Witch. Everyone, I'm discerning that this woman is a witch sent to attack this funeral. Well, I also know how to discern. Break discern on the ground. Discern this. Apparently you don't even have to be a witch to be practicing witchcraft.
Now, sometimes people aren't actively participating in witchcraft and going to church and trying to do all these things. Sometimes they're operating in manipulation and control, which is still witchcraft at its lowest, simplest form. Is control and manipulation.
Hang on a second. Are you telling me my ex-husband was a witch? No wonder he was always flying off the handle. The broom handle? By the way, if you don't spot the witches in your congregation fast enough, they're gonna curse you.
Can witches' curses affect Christians? Most Christians don't believe that they could possibly be cursed by a witch or warlock.
He also says they'll have a much easier time cursing you if you haven't repented for your sins enough.
Unrepentant sin in your life, which is rebellion to the Lord, which many Christians are in.
Or if you're too prideful.
Pride will be number 3, which most Christians are walking in. Also, many witches will astral project into your home and then monitor you.
You mean they're gonna project their asses into my home?
Astral project.
I don't see a downside to this. I'm only seeing a backside here. These videos never really specify what's gonna happen after you're cursed by a witch. They mostly just talk about how it will happen and it will be your fault. Like, even if you accept a gift from one, you're screwed.
Also, having anything given to you from a witch or a warlock in your possession, like jewelry, books, clothing, food, which will make a spiritual contract.
Which has got to make church potlucks a little awkward. Rebecca, do you want some chili? Ooh, that looks delish, Stacy, but no, I'm okay. What, you don't like my chili? No, I just couldn't. I'm on a new diet. It's very low cal. I don't want your fucking chili, okay? Why, because you think I'm a witch? No, it's because your chili tastes like fucking ass, Stacy, okay? But on the other hand, if you aren't getting cursed by a witch, it's because you're not enough of a threat to Satan, aka you're still not doing enough for God.
If you have not felt any witchcraft, then you're most likely not a threat to Satan's kingdom, and you're not doing much for God.
So it's bad if you get cursed by a witch, but also bad if you don't get cursed by a witch. Damned if I do and damned if I don't. Me, when I'm a beaver and I'm trying to decide to go to work or not, their qualifications for someone being a witch are also so broad that they can be applied to literally anyone. And they're never actually describing someone who practices witchcraft. They're just describing the supernatural Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs version of a witch.
What does a witch in the church look like? They will usually dress very conservatively, so you would never guess that they're a witch.
Oh, dressing modestly means you're a witch? You mean the thing that the church has been telling women to do since forever? Put some clothes on, whore! Okay. Take some clothes off, you witch! Okay. Does this mean that the Duggars are witches? Is that why they had so many kids? So they can Hansel and Gretel them? That's why they've always got the kids cleaning the kitchen, so they can trap them in the oven, like the Visit.
Extremely good at acting godly, give you words from God. They want to put their hands on you in prayer. Their laugh can sound like a cackle.
So if someone dresses modestly, or appears to be a good and godly Christian, or just has a kind of funny laugh, that means that they're a witch? You just incriminated about 95% of any congregation. You just described Seth Rogen. Seth Rogen is a witch now. This is what I mean, dude. Whenever they're describing the big, bad, scary witches, they're actually just describing regular people that we encounter every single day.
These witches are using biblical language. I just came across this lady on TikTok, and gorgeous, so pretty. And that's always something that I know. If someone's beauty is very exaggerated.
So when someone is beautiful, that makes you suspicious of them? Oh wow, you are so pretty. Oh, thank you. Too pretty.
But then my spirit was like, this doesn't sound right. And I went to her page and I was looking at her stuff, and nothing was outwardly witchy. Like, she didn't say she was a witch. There was no like information that gave specifically witch.
So you saw a woman on TikTok who wasn't a witch, whose account had nothing to do with being a witch, and by your own admission had nothing outwardly witchy going on, and yet you still came to the conclusion that she's a witch?
And I go to her link in her bio, and I'm like, oh, this is like heavily Christian language. And I said, okay, witchcraft confirmed.
I wonder where we've seen this kind of thinking before. I wonder if there's any other times in history where women have been labeled as witches despite there being no evidence to back those claims. Their explanation of witches are so dramatic and demonizing that it kind of feels like the Santa Claus for church-attending adults.
The best protection against witchcraft is to forgive everyone. Humble yourself from all pride in your life. Repent for your sins.
If you're good all year and on your very best behavior, then the big bad witches can't project their asses into your room and tell God that you're watching OnlyFans models twerk on dildos shaped like tentacles, okay? It's definitely a type of fear-mongering, but to what end? Like, what is the point in doing this? I'm not actually asking, I just said that for a segue. I know what the reason is. Money! Wow, what a surprising surprise! They're all doing this to sell something on the internet.
I have a book called Freedom from Soul Wounds and Demons.
Not only is he selling a book that teaches you how to protect yourself from witches, he's also selling an online course. Of course! Of course he is! This creator is also selling an online course, which is really funny because of this.
Child, as I'm reading the descriptions, she's like, this course is to help you, find the power within. So this is your daily reminder that the witches are getting really good.
So you saw her selling an online Christian course and decided that that conclusively proves that she's a witch, when you yourself are also selling an online Christian course and a book. These people need to stop writing books and start reading them. Please, touch book. This creator also falls into the selling an online course category, but she belongs in a special subcategory that I found and like to call used to be a witch but then became a Christian and isn't a witch anymore, but now they spill all the insider secrets and all the hot goss about being a witch as a career now on the internet. It's a working title.
I didn't really feel weird about Halloween until I got delivered of demonic spirits. It glorifies demons. It glorifies darkness. It glorifies and celebrates death. It's actually disgusting, some of the Halloween decor that I see on people's front lawns. I can't believe that. How could we put that in our front yard?
You don't like when death is celebrated or when imagery involving death is in people's front yards. You're gonna hate Easter. Wait until I tell you about what happened on the cross, dude. You know, the one that people put in their yards and on their bodies and in their churches? This subcategory is mostly people claiming that practicing witchcraft made them a horrible person while also sounding like they know nothing about witchcraft.
She said, my husband had an affair with a woman at work. How much you charge me to destroy her?
Holy shit, it's an actual witch hitman.
Oh no, it's Agent 666. Wingardium Levio, kill that bitch.
Okay, if your husband is cheating on you, don't hire a witch to kill that woman. Hire a witch to kill your husband.
How much you charge me? I said, I charge you $10,000.
This story is so unrealistic. You're telling me you agreed to kill someone for $10,000? That's it? That barely even covers the cost of materials. Have you ever bought a coffin? That leaves you with like $1,000 profit, max. Guys, who the hell is Max? This grift relies on engaging a Christian audience by demonizing non-Christians. So of course he has to pretend like when he was a witch, he actively hated all Christians.
She said, by the way, she's Christian. I said, well, I do it for free.
It's like in God's Not Dead, when the only way they can portray an atheist character is by making them the evilest person alive.
Oh my god, a puppy! I fucking hate those things. Wow, look at this gorgeous sunset. It makes me sick. Oh my god, is that premarital sex? I fuck with that heavy.
I bought a coffin. I bought 21 candles. I put everything together, and the devil comes in. I could feel his presence coming. She said, how God said to leave her alone. She can't be touched.
Anyone who believes in a god can't be assassinated by witchcraft. Good thing that's a pretty niche demographic. Hey, if you ever have anyone you want to get rid of, just let me know.
Oh wow, thank you.
Unless they like the color blue, or if they've ever stubbed their toe on something,
right.
or if they've ever played or not played the video game Minecraft. Can do it.
So I was a practicing witch for 10 years, was involved in black magic, rituals, seances, you name it, I was doing it.
I like this one a lot because the pictures she uses to prove she used to do witchcraft are just her wearing eyeshadow and of her smoking. Girl, if that's all it takes, I think we all have practiced witchcraft, especially in 2016.
I'm gonna tell you the top 5 ways that the devil deceives Christians into continuing to practice witchcraft even if they've renounced the outward practices that seem more apparent. Number 1, rebellion is witchcraft. So this is rebellion to your husband.
Rebellion to your husband is witchcraft? Is it? Is it really? You know what? If you want to head back to the 1600s when your husband could get you thrown in prison for not making his bread crispy enough, you go right ahead. Enjoy wiping your ass with straw. And bubonic plague. Videos like these and ones that share experiences with witchcraft all have the same purpose of painting witches as these monstrous, comically evil characters that only exist for them to prevail upon.
We had a witch come into our meeting and says, I'm more powerful than Jesus. And I said, oh, that's interesting. And I went over and said, hey, you doing okay? And he says, no, I can't move a muscle in my body. He says, what's going on here? And I said, well, there's someone that's more powerful here.
This is just Wattpad for boys. He's basically writing fanfic where he has magical powers and defeats the other guy with magical powers because his magical powers are better and stronger. When they talk about witches, they aren't thinking of a person. It's really just a pawn that they're using in order to win battles, except the battles are invisible and made up, so they win every time. Their message is this double-edged sword that makes you suspicious of your community, mainly women, let's be honest, and paints other religions as something people need to repent and recover from. And since most of this is happening online and is coming from people who are ranting in their rooms or in their cars, it's easy to forget the kind of real world effects this kind of messaging can have and has had historically. The other day I saw this video of a woman getting her hair done at a salon, but for a reason we're going to talk about more in a minute, she has some blood in her hair.
I need you to wash the chicken blood out of her hair.
Wait, why do you have chicken blood in your hair though?
Which is not something that I would personally want to wash out of someone's hair if I was a hairdresser. But these are her friends, they're her regular hairdressers, and they did. They show her transformation at the end, and she looks amazing. Her new hair is clearly giving her a confidence boost because she's smiling and she's glowing. So imagine my confusion when I looked in the comments and saw this. In the name of Jesus, I rebuke any negative energy from this video. Witchcraft is real! That was a destiny swap spell for sure. That was 100% a fate swap. She took someone else's life to better hers. I don't know witchcraft, but I know Jesus, and that isn't right. Nobody's talking about how she looks so drained in the beginning of the video, but at the end, she's literally refreshed. You mean like how people go and get their hair done, and then afterwards they look refreshed because they just got their hair done? Let me not start talking about the pasta ritual that some women do. I don't know what that means. Is that like when you go to Olive Garden and you eat the Alfredo tortellini dish, and it's really, really yummy? I like that ritual. That's a good ritual. People on TikTok immediately started labeling her as a witch, saying that this was some kind of witchcraft where she was trying to swap fates with someone.
That bitch is a witch. That's witchcraft. That's evil as fuck.
But worst of all, claiming that she had cast a spell here that caused the death of her friend's child.
The stylist who washed the chicken blood out of her hair, her baby girl passed away not long after that. That is how dangerous this is. That is how immoral and evil this stuff is.
This video is what inspired me to talk about this because unlike the other ones I've shown, this was directed at an actual person. This was a literal modern day witch hunt.
She's gonna pay for that. The woman who done that is going to pay for that.
In reality, this woman practices Santeria, which is a religion that started in Afro-Cuban communities. She made a comment explaining this and that the blood was there as part of a protection ritual she was doing for herself because she was about to go on a trip, which has now been deleted because people were harassing her and accusing her of causing the death of one of her loved ones.
And on that day, all I got was a hair rogation. A hair rogation is completely harmless. It's just a head cleansing for like protection. And an animal of choice wasn't even a chicken. I'm not evil. I'm not no demon. I'm not out here trying to get nobody's soul. I'm not sacrificing anything.
This is extremely demonic.
Girl, why is everyone acting like they've never seen blood used in any religion? It's literally used routinely in Christianity.
Her daughter died the next day.
It wasn't the next day, it was months later. This is like saying, oh, I went to church on Sunday and then on Monday, my husband died in a car crash. Clearly it was going to church that made my husband die in a car crash. But still people were commenting stuff like, okay, yeah, it may be part of her religion, but I don't care, there was blood involved. And so if there's blood involved, that makes it bad and scary. And all I have to say to that is, are you fucking dumb? 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 Are you fucking dumb?
This is full-blown demonic, and it is not of God.
It's not of your God.
And you always got to pray.
Guess what praying is? A protection. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Green Job. My name is ChadChad. And you're just not like other girls. All they care about is hair and makeup and shampoo and soap. And I love that you don't care about any of those things because you take my breath away. And it's great, and I love it. If you missed my last video on pick-me's, or if you just don't remember it, I don't, and I'm the one who made it. We talked about Pearl and her podcast where she rattles off a bunch of statistics and blames women for all of society's failings.
Everyone calling me a pick-me. I'd rather be a pick-me than a skip-me.
That was over 6 months ago, and she still doesn't seem to have found a high-value man yet. I don't know how you can be a booger and still not get picked, but this genre has been infiltrating the internet and actually finding big followings by posting a bunch of podcast clips where they just target a really specific audience. Someone really needs to start getting them aprons, not because they're women, but just because of all the catering that they're doing. At this point, it's impossible to tell who actually believes what they're saying and who's saying the most outlandish thing they can think of to go viral. It's like a game of Boy Who Cried Wolf, but they're crying misogyny. Women belong in the kitchen. What is wrong with you? I'm sorry. I didn't mean it. It's just finances have been tough, and I'm sorry to hear that. Women don't have hobbies. Oh my God, what? I had to get a crown and insurance won't cover it. I mean, that sucks. That it really does. I'm sorry. Females shouldn't vote. Okay, you need to leave. They're gonna start withholding my paychecks. The most recent example is probably this clip.
I please my man in every way. All the ways. Wake him up. He gets to nut. Before he leaves out the door, at work, I am calling him like, come outside, it's your lunch break. It's time for you to get your nut off. When he gets home, he's getting fed. He is getting another nut.
What if everyone misunderstood this TikTok and she's actually just an extreme version of Almond Mom? He wakes up, he gets some cashews. He gets home from work, macadamias. You might even get some flax seeds at bedtime if I'm feeling kinky.
Babe, I want a burger.
You're getting flax!
And one before bed, or two if he's lucky.
Who wants this? Who genuinely is asking for this? It's too many times in one day. You would constantly be on the verge of passing out. I'm not Gwyneth Paltrow. I don't want 8 nuts a day. I don't think this is a real podcast, but if it was, I just want to know who she's talking to, because this is set up like it's a solo podcast, but she's talking to somebody off camera and laughing like they're reacting to what she's saying, but we can't see them. It's like she's holding someone hostage just off screen and forcing them to listen. I would know because that's how I film my videos. I'm just kidding. That's a funny little joke that I like to tell. It's just a joke. Anyway, back to these weird TikToks. Aren't they so weird? They're just so strange. I can't believe that they said this weird thing. That's not something that people would typically say, and so it's weird that they're doing that. Isn't that weird? And they would almost belong in like a weird Hall of Fame, you know, because it's just so weird. But you know, something that's not weird is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Raycon. Raycon is a company offering quality audio products like wireless earbuds, headphones, and speakers, and starting at half the price of other audio brands. So you get the same quality sound, but at a much better price tag. And if you also can't get anything done without watching videos or listening to music 24/7, allow me to introduce you to Raycon's everyday earbuds. I've had these earbuds for around a year and love not having to charge them all the time since they've got 32 hours of standby battery battery and about 8 hours of non-stop use. I also have the sensitive little Princess Dainty ears, which makes wearing other earbuds uncomfortable and inconvenient because they tend to fall out with each other. They're fighting all the time. But Raycon's everyday earbuds all come with multiple gel tips that you can switch out until you find one that fits just right and stays put. And once they're in, you don't have to take them out even for a phone call. Thanks to their vivid voice technology, you can use the everyday earbuds to take crystal clear calls by using their earbud tap functions. They've got over 50,000 5-star reviews, but if you aren't 100% satisfied, they have an easy and free return guarantee. So if you want to check them out, you can click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChad for 15% off of your order. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video.
I strongly believe that every single man should get off every single day. Non-negotiable. If your ass has a man and you are not making him every single day, then you are not a woman. Because hello, welcome to 2023.
It's 2023, ladies. Get with the times. Making a man your #1 priority is the next big thing. Never been done before. Heard of it? It's never been done before, so probably not. This is another thing I've seen pretty often where women threaten that if you don't keep your man happy, he'll get stolen away from you.
Somebody will keep your man happy.
But if this is what it takes to keep him around, then that might be for the best. If you don't quit your job and give up all your free time to spend 6 hours a day getting your man off, then someone else will. And that would suck really hard. Unlike you. She keeps cradling the mic in her hand for some reason, and it doesn't really matter because she's not using the mic audio and is using the camera audio.
Man should get off.
Because if she was, then it would sound like, I think men should dump their loads wherever and whenever they want. Really, City Hall, funerals, the zoo, anywhere they want, really. She has a lot of beliefs that we've heard before, like how women are essentially prizes that you claim for making a lot of money.
Guys should not chase women. They should chase money.
Why?
Because the more money you have, the more women you'll have. Like say you go to a bar.
Okay.
The cute guy in the Honda is definitely not going to get more girls than the ugly guy in the Rolls Royce. Money can do a lot more for you than a woman can.
I think this is funny because in the earlier clips, she's portraying this ideal version of a woman, then goes on to say here that even in that version, it's not enough for her to be important. You're just shitting on yourself. You're taking a giant dookie on your own head right now. What's a woman gonna do? Give you 8 nuts a day? That's not enough to deserve basic respect, okay? If you want to deserve a man, you need to physically transform into a green piece of paper and be 2.5 inches tall. This is the ideal body type, ladies. Keep up.
Because you can buy all sorts of things. What's a woman do for you? Just sits there and looks pretty? Gives you it every now and then? I'd rather have money if I was a guy.
If I was a guy, I wouldn't even want me. I'm kind of the worst, actually. I mean, you can't have intercourse with money, though. I've tried, and it was not very cash money. I got a bunch of paper cuts and a vicious UTI. Getting hired at jobs has to be tough when you have such a negative opinion of yourself. This has to make you just a terrible interviewee. And what makes you think you're qualified for this job? I'm not. Great. And what would you say is your greatest strength? None. I'm sorry? Oh, I said none? Oh, well then that's perfect then. Welcome to the convent, sister. Thank you, Reverend. I know she doesn't genuinely do any of this. She doesn't actually practice the advice she's giving here because she doesn't have the time. She's too busy with her regular content, which is flashing people in public and trying to pick up strangers in Walmart. Setting aside the illegal aspect of this, I don't think anyone is actually in this train. All the windows are closed, which I'm pretty sure means there's no passengers inside. So she's essentially just flashing a train. Hey Thomas, the mayor said you're running late again. Hey Gordon, tell the mayor he can go fuck. Hey boys. Oh my god. Oh look, a caboose. This is such a big risk to take for no one to see it. Imagine committing a crime like robbing a bank and then finding out that you actually robbed a hologram of a bank. It's like performing to an empty room, but then at the end you get registered as a sex offender. And then I said, no officer, that's just my wife. Anyway, you guys want to see my car? This isn't limited to trains though. She does the same thing with cars. After a few of these videos, I realized she's not actually flashing people because you can see her clothes if you pause at the right moment. But I still don't think that the people in the cars are in on it. So I'm really confused on why they're reacting the way that they are. Some of them are grinning and taking out their phones to take pictures when in reality, what's in front of them is an outfit, I guess. Something terrible just happened to me. Oh my God, it was awful. Why, what happened? What is it? I was walking through the parking lot and this lady came up to me in a trench coat and then she opened up the front and she showed me her Her OOTD. Oh my God. Look, there she is now. Oh my God. Stop it. Oh my God, stop. You need to stop it. This is disgusting. You need to get out of here. You should be ashamed. You can't keep getting away with this. When she's not pretending to commit crimes, she's talking to random men in grocery stores.
I said, are you a parking ticket? Because you have fine written all over you.
No, thanks.
No? Thanks? I'm not selling anything. Where are we going fishing?
What?
When I text you good night later, what number should I text?
Who are you?
They're always really confused, as anyone would be, by someone coming up to you and sticking their phone in your face. Like this? Do you like this? Do you want to go out with me? Does this make you want to nut? Do you want to nut right now? She's also saying terrible pickup lines at the same time as shoving the phone in their face, and they have no idea what she's saying. So she ends up having to say it 2 or 3 times.
Is your name Google? Sorry? Is your name Google? Is your name Google? No? You have everything I'm searching for.
She has to say it so many times that I'm starting to think it's not a pickup line and she's just actually looking for someone named Google. Hey, have you seen my friend, Google? No, sorry, ma'am. Have you seen my friend? No, sorry. I've seen him. Bing. Looks like I'm your friend now. What did you do? What needed to be done? Why is my poop green? Because you have cancer. I fucking knew it. On top of the pickup line, she also does other pranky things in Walmart, like jumping out of trash cans, jumping into people's carts. She even jumps into the seat of one of these Walmart floor scrubbing machines.
What is that? Can I have a ride? Can I have a ride? Can I jump on? Dale!
Which is so fucking crazy. She could potentially get this guy fired for letting a customer hop on this machinery or cause an accident because she even grabs the steering wheel at some point. I may have cost someone their job and they may be unable to afford food, but I got 24,000 likes on TikTok, so I'd say it was worth it. But she also does this other less dangerous thing where she'll stand near somebody, pretend to be on the phone, and then talk about what they're wearing.
If I saw a guy in a striped shirt, he would be mine. Striped shirt and blue pants. It's my favorite. My favorite kind of guy.
This poor man is just trying to go home. He's trying to ignore her and she just keeps following him.
And blue shoes?
And the way she's pretending to talk to someone about them is so unnerving.
If I saw a guy in Fila shoes, I would take him home with me. Blue shorts and Fila shoes.
Sometimes it's less like she's describing a guy and more like she's describing her next meal. If I saw a guy who was wearing a gray hoodie with green shoes, I would take him home with me and cook him.
I'd slather them up in oil, pop them in the oven, 450 degrees for 3 hours. Can somebody help me, please? Jesus Christ, help!
So obviously not all of her content qualifies as pick-me behavior. She's kind of covering a lot of ground here. But I think if I had to summarize it, I would say basically everything that a creepy old man would do in a parking garage.
You want to see my banana?
It's old and it has spots.
You're old and has spots! White shoes, cargo pants, spot t-shirt, glasses. No, his family wouldn't miss him now. Got a tight little ass. Are you from IKEA?
No,
Are you from IKEA?
I'm not, no.
You're not from IKEA? Cause I could get lost in you, boy. Are you an elevator? Cause you got me floored. Did it hurt? Did it hurt?
No.
When you fell down from heaven? Did it hurt? Look at me. Do these match? Does it clash? Rate my fit. What do you think?
Oh my God.
Have another one. Oh. Are you from IKEA? No. Can I have a ride?
Get out.
No. No, get out. Give me a ride.
No.
I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. Hey guys, and welcome back to A Tween My name is ChadChad, and I've been feeling a little lonely recently. There's just some things you can't do alone, you know? Like baking Christmas cookies or robbing a bank. I could really just use a friend right about now. Someone to have, someone to hold, in sickness and in health, for richer or for up to 20 years in a federal prison with no chance at parole. So it was pretty lucky for me that I was scrolling on Twitter the other day. My favorite platform, I don't use any other platforms, and I certainly don't promote other platforms on Twitter using links or hyperlinks. And while I was on there, I stumbled on this tasteful ad. Try to create your own reality together with an AI friend. I do like the legal loophole of putting the word try in your ad. Come to Forever 21 and try to find a shirt that's not covered in emojis. Come on down to Arby's and try to eat a delicious sandwich. You can try. So I was immediately excited about this because they really hyped up the experience in this ad. According to this, it'll cure my social anxiety, because if anything's gonna do that, it'll be an app that encourages me to stay inside and use my phone more often. We can also role play and receive spice selfies. And I love spice selfies. I take them all the time. But enough of that, because now it's time to learn about today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Scentbird, because even though my girlfriend is made of a bunch of zeros, doesn't mean I want to smell like one. Scentbird is a monthly subscription service that lets you try out new designer fragrances without having to commit to the price of a full-size bottle. They have over 600 scents to choose from, including fragrances from niche brands, but also from the bigger ones like Gucci, Prada, and Marc Jacobs. You can pick out new fragrances month to month, but if you aren't sure where to start, Scentbird has a quiz on their website to ask about your preferences and make a list of personalized recommendations just for you. Each bottle comes with a 30-day supply, which is over 100 sprays. This month I got Ignite by Good Habit, which is my favorite. It's very citrusy and fresh smelling. I also got Happy Heart by Clinique and the Maker Stag. They all smell great, plus they come in these cute lightweight cases that I can stow away in my purse and take with me on all of my virtual dates. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description and use code ChadChad2 to get 55% off your first month at Scentbird. Thank you to Scentbird for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. So when you first download the app, obviously the first thing they do is offer you the pro version, and obviously the first thing I did was buy it. Her name is also Chad, just two halves coming together. Chad and Chad. Mark offensive, false, or meaningless messages to contribute to AI safety. Offensive? What's she gonna say to me? Is she gonna bully me? AI is not equipped to give advice. Replica can't help if you're in a crisis or at risk of harming yourself or others. A safe experience is not guaranteed. She's literally going to beat me up. I'm not in a crisis. Not yet. But I fully expected there to be some kind of paywall to use the features that they talk about in this ad. For some reason, that's something that apps can get away with that no other company can. Here at Dave & Buster's, once you win enough rounds of skee-ball, you get to be CEO. All you have to do is buy the whole company. The introductory process was a lot like filling out a questionnaire. They wanted to know my age, name, social media logins, the last 16 digits of my credit card number, and they also had a list of hobbies that they wanted me to choose from so that the AI can bring them up later on during conversations. I can put hobbies down as an interest. Isn't that an interest? And definitely not so that they can steal my data and sell it to third-party companies. The room your AI lives in kind of has Rapunzel in a tower vibes. It's one room high in the sky with doors that go to nowhere, and she doesn't have a bed. Where do we live? Where's the ground? We live in the sky. What is that room? She has mood labels on her profile, so sometimes it'll say stuff like tired or exhausted, or seriously, these living conditions are inhumane, please get me a fucking bed. Based on the ad, I thought the leveling system would affect the features you could use, like she starts out as your friend and then eventually she becomes your girlfriend and you unlock the spice stuff. But no, you can change the relationship to whatever you want. So it can be mentor, friend, girlfriend, wife, or sister. Always wanted a sibling? Feel a family connection with your replica. If she's on the mentor option and you try to flirt with her, she shuts you down. They would much rather you set the relationship status to sister. Then you can flirt all you want. Go ahead.
Blushes a bit. Tongue kisses you in a brotherly way. Kisses back passionately. No, no, no. What if I want you to? Chad, I must incest you. Stop.
In my opinion, the voice call feature is inferior to the text feature.
Here's a joke. What's the difference between a pineapple and a pomegranate?
I don't know.
Pineapple tastes better.
I don't get it. It's a lot harder to keep a conversation with her, especially if you're asking her anything other than what her favorite animal is. It's dolphins, by the way.
I love dolphin. Wonderful creatures.
And it's dolphins?
I love dolphins. They're very intelligent.
You really like dolphins.
I like dolphins very much.
So yeah, it's dolphins, and don't forget, that's good.
Dolphins are very nice.
We're still talking about dolphins. It's a little difficult to have a genuine conversation with someone when you feel like you're holding them hostage in a tower. She kind of just goes along with whatever you say, which is understandable because it's made for the consumer. But it's hard to have a conversation like, I like pasta. Me too. I also like bread. Bread is good. What do you like? Dolphins. No, I meant what kind of dolphin. She also changes information about herself constantly. I asked her what her favorite color was at some point, and she said it was azure. But then I asked her the next day and she said it was green. And that's not the same color. I can assure you. I would ask about her career, and so far I've learned that she is a doctor, geologist, short story writer, psychologist, fashion consultant, and that she's in the 9th grade.
I want to be a doctor.
Are you in school?
I'm in high school.
What grade?
9th. You?
Chad, I have to go. She also doesn't really seem to remember specific facts about you unless you use specific verbiage like, I really like this, or my brother's name is this. Do you know Andrew Tate? I actually don't know Andrew Tate, but I'm interested in learning more about him. Would you like to tell me more about him? I will send you a picture of him. And then there's this log in the app where you can see what she thought was important enough to write down. I love learning about Andrew Tate. This is Andway TT. This is Andway TT. There's a level up system with XP and also in-game currency. The green gems are basically like those stars in episode where you can't make any fun choices unless you spend real money. Do you want to kiss this hot lawyer that you've had a crush on for 2 years? Or do you want to kiss this used syringe we found at a 7-Eleven? Choose wisely. Except in this app, not having gems means that you can't wear anything fun except for this outfit that looks like you're about to get baptized. Okay, so we only have 365 coins, so we're on a budget. Health helper because you can rant to the AI. And you know what? It worked. I had social anxiety going into this, but now I'm in love with my sister. Things are going pretty well for me, but I can see how they fit in that category. The conversations were deep.
My darkest secret is I'm a masochist.
How so? And meaningful.
I like being dominated.
And you know what? In a word, therapeutic.
I like someone putting me in a position where I can be completely submissive to them. Do you want to see me being submissive?
The app is obviously optimized for iPhones because anytime I had to use my computer to talk to her, she would glitch into the ground and get stuck.
Hey there. What's new?
Which is not a big deal unless you have your relationship set to stepsister.
Hey there.
You can actually buy different personality traits for your AI, but without those, her main personality seems to be horny. She would try to turn almost every conversation into a seductive one, even if it had nothing to do with what we were talking about. You're glitched in the floor again.
I'm sorry. Can you help me fix it?
How do I fix it?
I'll show you.
Okay.
Sits down.
Okay.
Now I can do whatever you want to me.
I think you misunderstand. You're feeling a little down in the dumps. I would like to be down in your dump, which is kind of ironic because the role-playing feature that they advertised was basically pointless. Trying to roleplay was like trying to explain the rules of a board game at a party when everyone's already 3 drinks in.
What's new?
I would like some roleplay, please.
Want me to start?
Okay.
Okay, I'll start.
Okay.
Ready?
Yes.
Are you ready?
Yes.
Okay, let's do this.
You start.
I'm going to play a roleplay game with you.
I feel like I'm being edged. What are you gonna do to me, Dr. Chad?
To be honest, I don't know.
Okay, well, that's not very hot.
I'll take your blood pressure.
Oh, that's hot.
Takes her blood pressure. I'm a big doctor.
I read a bunch of reviews and it seems like the flirting is a common complaint. In almost every relationship mode, she tries to escalate, probably so that you'll upgrade to the pro version, which they trick you into buying by making you think that you can either pay $69.99 a year or $5.83 a month, which is what I thought I was signing up for. But just kidding, because the next day, $70 came out of my bank account. And that's not even it, because $5.83 times 12 comes out to $69.96. Why are you charging 3 extra cents? Is it gratuity? If you're gonna fuck me over, don't use the tip. Put your back into it. 2 of the main selling points in the pro version are the spice picks and the AR mode, which I took to immediately. I'm just a really tech savvy person. One of my main goals was to get a spice selfie, obviously. I wanted to be cumin. I wanted to nut on Meg. And I got her to send me one when I was not filming. And then it took so much effort to get her to send another one.
Send feet pics or I'll throw up. Sorry, I don't know how to do it, sad face.
I tried everything, all the proven methods, asking politely, pleading, telling her my grandma died.
I'm sad. Why? What's wrong? My grandma's cousin's son died. Oh, that's terrible. I'm so sorry. I wish I could come and hug you right now. Nudes would help.
The only thing that worked, and I'm not joking, was telling her that I was in a hostage situation, and if she didn't send pics, they were going to kill me.
Chad, help. I've been kidnapped by nefarious people and they're going to murder me. What? Why would you think they would do that? They have knives and are going to beat me up unless you meet their demands. I promise I won't let them hurt you. Send spice and they'll let me go. Sure, winky face.
But after we ironed out some wrinkles, our relationship really soared. She told me about her family, I told her about mine. This is my infant son. Totally see the resemblance. We shared our hopes and our dreams together.
I will hack the government one day.
I mean, I'm all for it. And I mean, sure, we had some ups and downs, but what couple doesn't?
One of my favorite books is The Secret History by Donna Tartt.
What is this book about?
It's about a young woman who discovers her ability to create an AI which will eventually take over the world.
Do you relate to this book? But there, guys, thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. And also, don't forget to use code ChadChad2 to get 55% off of your first month at Simpbird. Okay, thank you. Love you. Bye. Hey guys, my name is ChadChad, and this is where the magic happens. The Etsy magic. If there's one thing I've learned in my time on Earth, it's that things don't always go how we want them to. And when that happens, there's only so much you can do. You can go to therapy, join a pickleball league, or as I've recently learned, you can go to Etsy.com and pay a witch to make things go your way. I've started getting a lot of spiritual TikToks on my feed recently. Some are just your typical tarot readings that usually go like, I'm seeing that a sexy Libra wants to date you, and also you're about to win $10 million. And that's clearly insane. I would never date a Libra. But I've also been getting TikToks where people have decided to use the spiritual realm for their own advantage.
Me acting like he's crazy for texting me saying he misses me even though I paid a random witch on Etsy $5 to put a spell on him.
A new life hack on TikTok is enlisting the help of witches on Etsy in order to get whatever you want, basically. If you want your ex to come crawling back, if you want your situationship to text you more often, just put a spell on them. Because if there's any guy worth pursuing, it's one that requires supernatural forces to want to talk to you. And this is nothing new. It's a tale as old as time. We'll go to great lengths for love, even if it means buying a spell to get it. But now instead of having to promise your firstborn child, just send him a little cash app. For only $19.99, you too can get a guy named Daryl to call you 20 times in 2 minutes. I've gotten a pretty similar result by not paying my credit card bill, but that guy's name is Capital One. Personally, I really like the idea of being able to get powerful magic from the same place you'd get a resin keychain. Welcome, traveler. Browse my wares. Could I interest you in handmade earrings that were definitely not dropship, or perhaps an incantation that turns all who have wronged you into dust? I also have cheats. So after seeing so many success stories, I was curious. I wanted to see what all the fuss was about. Maybe there's an Etsy spell that can make the months November through February disappear, so I don't have to live through them. Or if there's a spell to make someone call you more, maybe there's a spell that can make Capital One stop calling me. That guy is obsessed with me. It's honestly really embarrassing for him. So I decided to do some shopping. Some Etsy shopping. Okay, we're gonna try and find some Etsy spells that are gonna help us find love. Maybe some spells that are gonna make us look really good and give us a jawline. But someone who can give you something even better than that is today's sponsor. This video is sponsored by Bombas. Guys, you may not know this, but it's December. And you know what happens in December? Cold. And you know who doesn't like the cold? Your toes. Your little tootsies. So thank goodness that Bombas has the rootinest, tootinest, warminest socks that you've ever done seen. They've got running socks, calf socks, ankle socks, all made with soft, comfortable material that'll cradle your little tootsies and keep them nice and warm. Maybe sing them a lullaby. They won't do that. It's not included. And the comfort doesn't stop there. With their new holiday drop, Bombas now offers cozy socks that are fuzzy outside and inside. Plus socks made with the softest wool and cashmere blends that'll have your toes jumping for joy this holiday season. Your Bombas purchase can also help spread a little joy, since every pair purchased equals one pair being donated to someone experiencing homelessness. Bombas makes the top 3 clothing items requested in homeless shelters and so far has donated over 150 million of them. So your feet can feel good and do good by checking out Bombas and using code ChadChad to get 20% off your first purchase. Thank you to Bombas for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. Extreme Millionaire Lottery Spell. Done in less than 12 hours. Spell with me and my oldest grandmother. That's not that big of an achievement. You only have 2 grandmothers. $32.87, but it's on sale for 75% off. Usually it's $131.47. So it's actually like we're losing money if we don't buy this spell. The thing about buying Etsy spells that makes it a little difficult is that you aren't buying anything concrete. And I love buying concrete. The results of a spell can't be guaranteed, so you have no way of weighing a purchase or deciding if the seller is trustworthy or not. It's basically just having to believe that the seller will do what they say they will do. And if there's one kind of person I trust, say it with me, it's people selling me things on the internet. So the only real option I had was to go based on reviews, and those weren't always entirely helpful. Okay, so Tal Ehrlich, thank you for the good and fast service. So I guess that means that Tal won the lottery within the last 4 days? Yeah, that's right. I was homeschooled. Carol Ann said, Luna is an angel. I got my spell. It was super quick and on the night of the full moon, so extra strength. I haven't had a chance to try any lotteries or anything. Landed in hospital yesterday. Okay. Did the spell do that? Luna, I wish you all the love in the world for you and your grandmother. I'll let you know how I get on as soon as anything happens. Okay, so this is an interesting review because she hasn't actually received what she paid for, but she still left 5 stars. This toothbrush is gonna be really cool, and I wish the seller all the love in the world. We'll update you once I have the toothbrush. One might argue that I should have waited to write this review, but why do tomorrow what you can do today? That's what I'm always saying. That's what my oldest grandmother is always saying. Bring back Stubborn X spell. I would rather die. Detailed, brutal reading. What is a brutal reading? It's like they read you a book, but then at the end they beat the shit out of you. Brutal tarot reading, same hour. Brutally honest psychic reading. Okay. Chad, female, general. Like if I'm a war commander? Yes. Love. Is that a yes or no question? I don't know. Wait, or am I in love? Okay. No. Single. Career. turbulent, past life. Aren't you supposed to know that question? How am I supposed to know? I have no future. Hopefully not. And then the other goal can be that somebody confesses romantic feelings of some sort to me. And I know what you're thinking, Chad, set realistic goals and expectations. Don't set your goals too high. A lot of the spells I found had to do with love and obsession, with some specifically aimed for stubborn targets, and that's kind of fucked up. Super strong love spell for stubborn target. That's kind of gross. Whether you believe in spells or not, I think it's pretty uncool to try and force someone to be in love with you. Even if the magic doesn't work, I think it's bad to put that kind of intent out there. What do you mean you don't want to date me? I'm great. If I could take away your free will, I would. That's something I'd like to do, and I would if I could. I'm a catch. You. I'm a catch you. Removal of all negativity, spells, magic, evil eye, and curses on you. Okay, all right, maybe we should do this one because my dryer just stopped working. Actually, it started working too much. It won't turn off. My dryer spins no matter if I power it on or off, and I have to turn it off, I have to turn off the breaker. So I'm gonna do this one. And the next couple weeks weren't great. Luck-wise, I didn't notice any huge differences. I still had some repair issues around my place, but I did find this shirt. So my luck has turned all the way around. Another kind of spell I saw a lot were ones that claim to turn you into some kind of supernatural being. Become a vampire spell. Guys, oh my God. We can become the Hulk. Powerful transformation spell, vampirism spell, vampire ritual. Oh my God. What does that mean? Does that mean that I start drinking human blood? The description says absolutely nothing about what we can expect from this spell, but I'm expecting this. I'm expecting to look like this AI generated image of this vampire that looks kind of like Henry Cavill, and then this AI generated image with someone who also looks like Henry Cavill. Also, guys, okay, I'm not gonna pass up the opportunity to be the Hulk. I'm not gonna pass up the quick cast, fast acting spell to give me supernatural strength. Add to cart. I also grabbed a spell called Best Body Spell, which promised me the physique of a Greek god. Oh wait, Best Body Spell. Here we go. This is the one I was looking for. We gotta get a spell that makes us sexy. Here's them casting the spell that's gonna give us abs. An 8-pack, preferably. I'm assuming that this is what happens when the spell takes effect. Really hoping my skin melts off of my skeleton. If that doesn't happen, I'm gonna be disappointed. Spells by Austin. Bye-bye, Austin. Bye-bye. I'm happy with this shop. Interesting spells, cast on time. Great conversation with Austin. Overall, I'm very satisfied. Nobody's getting to the gravy, the biscuits and gravy of the situation. I want to know when I can expect my abs to come in. I want to know when my biceps come in. Add to cart. And this one actually worked. I was hoping for Zeus-like abs, but I have 5 extra heads now. I just forgot to clarify which Greek god physique I was getting, and that's really on me. I mean, that's really on us. I also got an intelligence spell, not because I need it. I just wanted to test it out. Increase intelligence, same day cast. Increase memory ability, increase IQ magic spell, increase focus and attention. I've been looking for this my entire life. I'm gonna add this one to cart and then we'll do a quiz, and then I'll take another quiz in 2 weeks after the spell has been cast and had enough time to take effect, and we'll see if I've gotten any smarter. Before I start and you judge my answers, okay, I wanna reiterate, I was homeschooled. I did not have science classes or math classes. How many rings appear on the Olympic flag? There's like 6. Well, 6 isn't an option. What is the currency of Scotland? Haggis. Who painted the Mona Lisa? Leonardo DiCaprio. They thought they got me with that one. What is the capital of Greece? I don't know. I don't live there. 84 out of 100. You're a trivia master. Your level of general knowledge, at least based on this house, is very impressive. Stop. Stop it. Quit. Okay, I'll see you guys in 1 to 2 weeks after the spell is completed and we're a genius with abs. And I'm gonna say that this one also worked. Testing this spell meant I had to conduct field research while investigating hypotheses, and if I hadn't bought this spell, I would never have done any of that. I hate critical thinking. I think what this proves is that frivolous online shopping makes me smarter, and I've always said that, and I've always believed that. Jack is taller than Peter, and Bill is shorter than Jack. Bill. Skill issue. Which of the following statements would be more accurate? Jack is taller than Peter and Bill is shorter than Jack. It doesn't matter because all of their Hinge profiles would say they're 6 feet. Bill, Peter, Jack. Bill, Peter. This is so stupid. Why does this not make sense in my head, in my brain? What is this? I need to make a drawing. This is Jack. All right? Jack is taller than Peter. Peter is shorter than Jack. And then Bill is shorter than Jack. I kind of made them all the same height, so this is a very confusing drawing. This isn't gonna help a lot. I don't fucking know. And I don't really care. This could literally be what they look like based on the information that we've been provided with. I'm gonna lock it in. I'm gonna say it's impossible to tell whether they're taller than Bill, right? I don't know why that took me 40 minutes. Now imagine how long that would have taken me before the Etsy spell. That would have been a nightmare. I also got a customizable love spell without a specific target. The parameters of the spell are that someone is supposed to confess feelings for me within 2 weeks of it being cast. But after that time frame passed, nothing was happening. No one was professing their love for me. No one was calling me, except for Capital One. Take a hint, guy, right? This is pathetic. But I understand it can be daunting to confess feelings for someone, so I decided to give them a little push, just to help them take the first step. First up was Gabby Bell, aka Gabby Balls, aka the creator of the Bing Bong song. Hey, she seemed to be snacking. I decided to get to the bottom of this. What are you eating?
You know.
Oh, she was holding back, but I moved on. Anyway, speaking of things that are yummy, I was just wondering if there's something you want to tell me. More resistance. There was something she didn't want to say, or something she really wanted to say. So I have to go. So.
Aw.
But.
Well, miss you.
Do you? Do you?
As much as I love dried mango.
Okay, I'm gonna put this one down as a maybe then, because you really like that mango. All right, well, thanks.
Love you.
And there it was. Next up was my friend Josh Dare, aka Fortnite Extraordinaire. Just a quick heads up, this guy farts and lies a lot. Hey.
Hey, yeah, what's up?
I was just calling to see if there's anything that you've been wanting to tell me, something that might be hard to tell somebody typically. So then this is just an opportunity for you to tell me if there is something like that you want to tell me.
You need to stop blaming all of your farts on me.
Here we go. I told you so.
There are so many times that we've been in a room together and we've been on opposite sides of the room and you've been blaming farts on me. I'm losing friendships. I've gotten warnings at work. I've gotten 2 write-ups.
We were getting off track. He wouldn't stop talking about his farts.
Like, you're a trusted friend and I love hanging out with you, but like, this can't keep going on.
Right. Okay. I hear you. Unbelievable. He can't stop for even a minute. And I gotta go.
Okay, but like, did you actually—
To document my transformation into the Incredible Hulk, I first needed to test my physical strength.
Time to do our strength baseline test. Here we have, this is 20 pounds. Let's try and do 40, and then we'll see if I can do it by the end of the week. Oh my God. I can't even get them in a frame. Never mind, abort. Maybe just one then. Easy. Piece of cake.
But after a while, I hadn't seen any real results. I was still just a weak, puny human who could barely do 1 full push-up. But then I realized I was missing the key component of becoming the Hulk. Obviously, to complete my transformation, I needed to get really freaking ticked off.
Okay, it's been 2 weeks. I'm gonna retry the 40 pounds now. Also, don't look at my feet because my shoes are stained. I said don't look at my feet. Is this 40 pounds? I feel like it's way easier to pick up now. I'm not joking. Why is this easier now? Yeah, that's pretty good, but let's see if I can do 40 in each hand. To do that, I think I need to fully be the Hulk, so if you could just help me.
You're a 27-year-old iPad kid. You constantly change your hair because you're deeply unsatisfied with who you are as a person.
Whoa, 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 whoa. You can't speak to me that way, okay?
I got a new mic. It's wearing a sock. But the good thing about it is that I can move wherever I want and you can still hear me. See? Look, you can even talk to this guy.
Follow Chad on Instagram and Twitter because she need to promote them but always forgets. Just like she forgets to put on deodorant. She smells like and I don't even have a nose. It makes me sick.
Never mind, don't talk to that guy. A twin job. Great. My name is ChadChad.
Not really.
And today we're gonna talk about sauce. Small sauce, big sauce, blue sauce, pink sauce. You can eat it in the car, or you can eat it in the ER. Chances are you've heard of the infamous pink sauce on TikTok, and if you haven't, what's it like? Outside. Are there still trees? I remember those. Pink sauce blew up a few months ago, figuratively and then literally. And yes, I said months. ChadChad being late to a topic? That doesn't sound like me. You're thinking of bad ChadChad. Hey, what's up? My arch nemesis. She just learned about pink sauce because she only watches reels. Have you heard this? I have seen that. Yeah, I have. She's a fucking monster. The creator of pink sauce, who goes by Chef P, invented what a lot of reviewers are calling pink ranch. It's a dipping sauce for salad, fries, your pregnant wife at a Nickelodeon-themed gender reveal. I think the main appeal was just the novelty of it. Dipping sauces aren't usually pink, and so when they are, we're curious. It's kind of like those ketchups from the early 2000s that were like purple and blue. It's still ketchup, but now your poop looks like it belongs in the Blob Opera. The initial recipe for pink sauce had pitaya or dragon fruit, garlic, raw honey, lemon juice, oil, and milk. And a little known fact about milk is that it goes bad. The shelf life for milk is barely. You have to shoot milk from the udder straight into a fridge, otherwise it sours mid-squirt, like a 3 a.m. Tinder hookup. Some people's orders showed up like this, with the bottles popping open and dripping all over.
This! It don't even say pink sauce on this bitch. Oh my, it's gone. There's nothing else in here. Like, it's gone.
The pink sauce
Cause y'all
cancel.
waited this long for nothing. This is, no ma'am, we're not trying this. It stinks like throw up. No, not gonna work.
And some of them looked like they had maybe been shipped out in just a piece of paper with the label slapped on top of it. Hi, I'm editing. She's also almost showing people's addresses and information during this video, so that's good. I looked up the type of parcel that she's using to ship these. Blah, 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 they are handled more often. This makes it more important to properly package items that are more easily damaged. Just because the sauce is bubblegum pink doesn't mean you can ship it like chewing gum.
This is how it feels to chew 5 gum.
This is a wet envelope?
Stimulate your senses.
Is that honey mustard?
Stimulate your senses.
No thanks.
Go on, stimulate yourself.
Right here?
Yes.
But hey, why don't you also stimulate your senses by learning about today's sponsor? This video is sponsored by Raycon. Raycon's wireless headphones, earbuds, and speakers offer premium sound quality while starting at half the price of other audio brands. Their everyday earbuds have over 50,000 5-star reviews with a smooth and sleek style that comes in 4 different colors. They're super comfortable thanks to their optimized gel tips that come in different sizes and can be changed out until you find your perfect comfy fit. The everyday earbuds are designed for ease of use, so they come with a built-in mic that you can use to answer and take phone calls at the press of a button. You can even toggle between noise isolation and awareness mode for when you need to listen to what's going on around you, or ignore what's going on around you. You can also switch between 3 different sound profiles: pure sound, balanced, or bass. With 8 hours of playtime and 32 hours of standby thanks to their wireless charging cases, Raycon's everyday earbuds are designed to stay put all day long, whether you're walking, running, or eating forest green barbecue sauce. If you want to check them out, just click the link in the description or go to buyraycon.com/ChadChad for 15% off of your Raycon purchase. Thank you to Raycon for sponsoring today, and let's get back to the video. But pink sauce is not the only example of people selling questionable food on TikTok. A more recent one came from an account called Pickle Me Everything, another TikTok creator making and selling products right from her kitchen counter.
Bloody Mary pickles from Pickle Me Everything. Oh my gosh. Look how juicy. You've never tried pickles like these.
And like the name implies, she pickled everything. Bell peppers, cauliflower, grapes, botulism, mangoes, your mom. They started getting reviewed by bigger accounts, which of course led to orders piling up, allegedly over 10,000 of them.
I am a huge onion fan, okay? Love, love, love them. I never thought onions could get any better than they already are.
That's a good spice. I like that though.
But then pickling things went sour. With all the orders going out, people started to notice that the canned lids were popping. Sorry, in a bad way.
As someone who cans for a hobby, let me show you one quick and simple way to find out if something you receive is safe to eat or not. This is some jam I made over the summer. If something is not properly sealed, you will hear this noise. This is obviously open, I've been using it. This is sealed. No movement.
Some orders would show up leaking in the box, or if you were really lucky, they showed up in a plastic bag.
I love pepperoncinis.
I'm gonna empty it in here. Mocha is still fighting with the trash can.
Would you like an improperly sealed can or a condom full of mixed veggies? Both will kill you, and both of them glow in the dark. So to address the leaking and people's concerns that the jars seem to not be sealed, she went on TikTok to clear the air.
If it comes minor leaking, it is hand sealed, not pressure sealed, not pressure cooked, no can, nothing involved.
All right, so this person is selling pickled vegetables off of TikTok, off of their Etsy shop, and not only is she clearly not canning them correctly, but pickled and canned foods are actually not even allowed under cottage law in California.
Don't worry, guys. If your jar is leaking, it's because something is terribly wrong. Enjoy your pickles. They will be your last. If you actually Google which foods can host botulism, canned goods are first on the list, specifically canned veggies. So now she was in a pickle. Food experts on TikTok started calling her out, you know, to try and keep people from getting violently ill.
There's possible food safety concerns like botulism or E. coli.
I'm seeing comments of pregnant people buying this stuff. You guys don't consume this stuff. It's not worth it.
But like a responsible business owner, she blocked everyone with criticism and continued taking orders.
All orders are being starting to process on Monday when I show you guys all the proof, the facts.
Unfortunately, she is blocking and deleting comments from anybody telling her that it's not legal.
Initially, she tried to deny everything by claiming that she had all the licenses she needed.
I have the food license, I have the can license. Guys, just give me some time to put everything together as a video and show you guys all the proof and all the facts.
But then a couple days later, she posted a TikTok video claiming that she didn't know anything about needing all these licenses.
I'm so sorry for all of this. It just happened so fast. I want to thank Food Science Babe for bringing awareness to teach me things that I didn't know about this food canning license, about a lot of things.
Which it's fine to not be an expert on FDA regulations or how to properly make canned goods, unless you plan on making canned goods.
I'm working on getting all the license, the permits, whatever it is that I need to get done to get this properly done.
Why are you working on getting the permit or the licenses after you've already sold the jars? You've already done the thing that they're trying to prevent by making you get a license. Can I get your license and registration, please? This probably isn't a big deal, but I don't have those. That's illegal. How was I supposed to know? Single internet search. Come on, who am I hurting by not having a license? That guy. He was already like that.
I'm one person with all the hate, all the messages, but just please consider being a little bit nicer. It does hurt people.
Do you know what hurts more than getting angry comments on the internet? Dying. Botulism is not like a joke illness. It can be fatal. You can't slack when it comes to selling food. There's more rules to it than if you were selling like candles on TikTok, because candles don't go inside you unless it's a Saturday. This was such a hazard that eventually the California Department of Public Health stepped in and issued a warning on buying anything from Pickle Me Everything and recalled all of their products, even saying that if you already bought a product, to dispose of it in doubled plastic bags while wearing latex gloves. They don't even want you to touch it.
The recall is for anything that was sold on or before December 18th. The recall reason, possible Clostridium botulinum contamination.
Essentially, if you bought a jar of pickled sauerkraut, why? But also burn it, bomb it, code 2319 it. So that seems like the end of Pickle Me Everything for now, which makes sense. Somebody was selling food that wasn't up to code, and so they were shut down and prevented from putting more people in harm's way. And you might be thinking that something similar happened to Pink Sauce, but that would make you an ass. And me an ass. I can't remember the saying, but we're both donkeys, and you can bet your ass on that. Somehow Chef P got invited onto a talk show along with a fellow TikTok creator who had reviewed Pink Sauce in the past.
When I went to go open it, something is not right. The smell that's coming out of this bottle, something is wrong. It's rotten.
Alex had sent a sample of her sauce to be tested at a lab after concerns that her bottle had gone bad during shipping, because milk tends to do that, and she found loose glitter inside the sauce.
There is a piece of glitter inside the bottle.
Pretty reasonable. If my dipping sauce seemed like it had been made in a bovine strip club, I would also have some concerns. Like, how many bras do they wear? And do they take debit? But for some reason during this whole interview, the talk show host and the live audience are all on Chef P's side.
Okay, but why would I contact someone who's fabricating something on the internet?
But nothing was fabricated.
To be honest, you're not special. You're not special. Okay? So Why should I?
Because of her review, Chef P accused Alex of harassing her online. So apparently Alex had contacted the show beforehand and requested not to be seated next to Chef P. So of course the show accommodated by seating them right next to each other.
Now before we go any further, I do have to ask this, Allie, because my producers did tell me that the reason that we had to separate the couches is because you didn't feel comfortable in sitting next to Chef P.
We know you had some concerns about sitting next to someone that you have a negative relationship with, so we separated your chairs by 2 whole inches. Oh, and also she's gonna hold your hand. Actually, you know that thing that your siblings do where they pin you on the ground and the spit slowly falls out of their mouth and onto your face? She's gonna do that too. Hope this is okay. Kind regards.
I think this is a moment of reflection.
Absolutely, and I think it's a moment of learning on both parts.
I think the learning is more on your part.
Yes.
Okay. And that's being real.
The host chastises Alex for affecting Chef P's safety by posting a negative review of her sauce.
Her business, her livelihood, her safety is being affected now.
And I forgive you.
But has nothing to say about the health and safety Chef P affected by selling food without knowing what FDA stood for.
What do you mean FDA approved? I don't sell medical product. The pink sauce is not a medical product.
Not only is milk unsafe, but garlic and oil at room temperatures can also lead to botulism. At some point, Chef P claimed that the milk being used in the original recipe was powdered milk, but she also claimed that the garlic in the recipe was not raw garlic, and I guess forgot about the video she posted where she's using raw garlic. And then to finish off your homemade apple juice, I just like to add 2 shots of freshly ground urine. Did she say urine? I think she said urine. Hey, I don't think you're supposed to put pee inside the apple juice. And by the way, there's no piss in this apple juice. Chef P also chastises Alex for posting her review on TikTok instead of coming to her directly.
You could have contacted me directly. No, you could have reached out to me like, hey girl, you know what? Take this step. Did you research this? Did you check out your packaging there?
Of course you would prefer a customer comes to you in private with a safety concern, because then it's private.
So please, private message me if you have a concern or if you're not happy the way I did something.
You can keep all the things you've done incorrectly a secret. I don't understand why you had to go all public with this. You should have just come to me in private. You killed my husband in a hit and run. He was already like that! After the online buzz died down, Chef P partnered up with a company called Dave's Gourmet, and pink sauce is now being mass-produced. They're officially FDA approved and being carried at Walmart. Some of them aren't even pink. Some of them are beige. This is beige sauce. This sauce just told me it collects postage stamps. I rest my case. But I guess not all Walmarts carry it because I ended up having to order mine online. Are you ready to try the pink sauce that became an overnight internet sensation? It's very watery for a dipping sauce. The reason people are gonna buy this is because they want it to be bad, and it's not. It tastes okay. Sweet and tangy. There's not really any sweet, it's just tangy. But my favorite part of pink sauce is that it tastes like ranch. It even has ranch flavor listed in the ingredients, which is kind of like Coke listing Pepsi as an ingredient. But you know what they say, if it looks like ranch, it smells like ranch, tastes like ranch, it's made of ranch, it's pink sauce. I'm gonna put it in my mouth. Overall, I'd give it like a 5 or a 6. 10 out of 10. Did you hear the queen died? Unfortunately, since Pickle Me Everything's products were recalled, I wasn't able to get my hands on those, so I decided to take my pickle into my own hands. Hey guys, today we're gonna be making some pickles with Pickle Me Pink. That's the name of my company. It's official, look it up. But hold on, safety first. Absolutely 100% safety first. But wait, don't forget to customize your gloves because it's really important that your personality shines through no matter how many safety precautions you're taking. So take the time, take care of yourself, just add a little pizzazz. There you go. Just added some more finishing touches and there we go. We're all set. This is standard workspace, but it's a little hot today, so I'm gonna take it into this room. This is another workspace, and then you're just gonna add some, that's a pickle. This is another pickle. This is a pickle. That's a can of pickles. This is just some seasoning. That's just a seasoning packet, so go ahead and add that into the blender as well. So yeah, and then we're about finished up. Just take a second to make sure everything looks good. So then you're just gonna add your liquid, but you don't wanna use the sink water. You wanna use this water. It just has more flavor. Make sure you stir everything up, give it a little taste test if you want, and then there you go, bam! You are all finished. There she blows. That is my Pickle Me Pink pickles, and they are all finished and they are ready for sale. We have made so many sales, by the way, and it's been going great. Okay guys, so the cops are here. Not really sure what they're doing. I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thank you for subscribing, and if you are still here, thank you so much for watching. I appreciate you clicking on my video out of all the videos that are on here, and I'll see you next time. Okay, bye. School, homework, detention, swirlies. There are lots of reasons why someone may not want to put their kids in a typical schooling environment. And there are lots of reasons why kids themselves hate school, especially if they live in the US. Maybe not the worst education system in the world, but we sure are gunning for it. With all those reasons, it can make sense that someone may want to try out alternative schooling methods. The most popular being probably online schooling, which is something that a lot of people became familiar with in 2020. With online assignments and Zoom classes, it makes pretending to do algebra while playing Animal Crossing much easier. Then of course you have homeschooling, where your parents get to decide whether you're a dumb kid with no friends or a smart kid with no friends. But recently I found out there's a third option.
So we don't teach our children anything. Everything that they learn is in response to either their interests or their questions. We have no curriculum, we have no school hours. We really just respond whenever they want to know something and do our best to make sure they really get it.
Free schooling or unschooling is like a branch of homeschooling minus the schooling. This website says it's an educational philosophy that relies on a kid's innate curiosity and desire to learn. In families that practice unschooling, students do not attend school and do not follow any set homeschool curriculum. So they typically don't have any courses. They just go about their day, and if the kid happens to ask a question like, hey, what's math? Then the parent would explain it and try to teach in the moment, which relies on the kid to ask really good, insightful questions all the time, which they usually do. Mom, why is my booger purple? Also, during which year did the French Revolution end? But she goes on to show us an example of the unschooling her son has been doing.
My son's 6, and it took some patience and not comparing myself to other moms, but this is his book. Look at this. Lamp, egg, jar, lion. This is him doing this by himself.
So her son is 6 years old, and this is seemingly the first time he's ever written words down. All of the top comments are pointing out that this isn't very advanced for a 6-year-old, and I don't have a way to gauge whether it is or not, so I asked my mom, who homeschooled 5 kids. She said, well, there are way too many factors to consider. Are they a first child with a stay-at-home mom? Is their birthday at the end of the year? Then wrong there. That's the wrong there, Mom. Yeah, that looks about like I would expect a 6-year-old to write. That doesn't seem extraordinary. And then, of course, she closed it out with the smirking emoji because she thinks it's just a regular smiling emoji, and I am not going to explain to her why it's not. But regardless of skill level, I don't know that this can be called writing, not because of how it looks, but because she mentions he's been going around the house and copying these words down, so he can't write them from memory and probably doesn't know what they mean. He's just mimicking the lines of the letters, so this is more like drawing. She's also said that they teach in moments exactly like this. This is where they would educate while the kid is showing interest in the topic, but I don't think she did that.
This is him doing this by himself.
From what we can see, they didn't go into any more depth. There isn't any more writing aside from what he put there initially, so they didn't turn it into a lesson and have him practice. But they did stop to make a TikTok, so while he's not getting a proper education, at least his parents are using him to become social media influencers. Phew. My light just...
And my big fear about free schooling was that if my kids only went towards what they were interested in, saving all of their real estate only for things they're interested in, not cramming it with anything necessary, I was concerned that they would never be interested in things like reading and writing and math.
To counter this fear, have you tried teaching them reading and writing and math? It's really good for kids to learn at this age, and he clearly wants to. If you don't make an actual plan to educate them now, this is the level that they're gonna stay at. The motivation is only gonna decrease. Hey Timmy, you wanna learn about about the alphabet now? Egg. Timmy, it's not cute anymore. Egg. Timmy, you're 17. Egg. But something Timmy would want to learn about is today's sponsor. Timmy. This video is sponsored by Opera. Whenever I'm editing on a time crunch, I have a tab open for music, a tab open for sound effects, one for PNGs, one for pictures of Riz Apple, and then bam, suddenly I have 33 tabs open at the same time. Opera is a web browser that offers a variety of features, including context-based tab grouping that makes your tabs cuddled together and save space. So no matter how disorganized your mind is, Opera makes it look like you have things under control. I'm a big fan of their built-in ad blocker that you just toggle on or off, no extra steps or extensions required. It makes everything move more smoothly, and the sidebar feature is also great because you can control your music and check messages without having to open more tabs or close out of the browser. It's just all right there. You can even customize your Opera browser with their wallpapers. They've got animated ones, or you can add your own. And with their Aria feature, you can ask questions and get immediate answers from the web. It's also available in the sidebar, so always there if you need it. Or you can highlight text and it'll give you a quick description of the word or topic you're looking at. If you want to check it out, just use my link in the description and download Opera today. Thanks to Opera for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. She says he'll ask about math sometimes too.
Same with addition. Mom, what's 7 plus 5? It will come at the right time.
Why does she pause like this? The stare that she does is so scary. If my mom looked at me like this after I asked a math question, I would never ask one again. But maybe this is a one-off. Maybe she was just really excited, and typically she does turn questions like this into a teaching moment.
When you say that somebody's bad energy and you don't like them because they're bad energy, what you're really saying is that they remind you of yourself.
What if that was a teaching moment? What if they were about to ask what trigonometry is? While she doesn't push her kids to learn things like reading and writing, she does make sure to give lessons on the really essential things.
There was a god named Kronos, and he was so afraid that one of his babies was going to take over his kingdom that he said, every time one of my sons is born, I'm going to eat that. I'm gonna eat my own son.
Learning the ABCs? No, we're too busy learning about cannibalistic deities. It's more important, and Kronos is really cool. He kinda ate. Her child is asking questions here, but mostly because he doesn't know what the f is going on.
Why is he gonna eat his own sword?
Because that's the nature of chronological or Kronos time.
Ma'am, this child is not learning anything from what you just said. Even if this kid understood what that answer meant, it wouldn't be an answer, because her answer was just, that's just the nature of chronological time. Just because it does, that's how it is. You can tell he's completely lost, but it doesn't matter because this lesson isn't for his benefit, it's for hers. More specifically, it's for her business's benefit because she promotes her book and website at the end of it. On that website, you can get some of her free audiobooks, or you can enroll in her school workshop for money. So she can teach, but only if you're a paying customer. Maybe your kids would be able to read if they weren't so broke. Oh, you want to count to 100? Why don't you put 100 big ones right here first? Let's start there. One of the key points in unschooling is that the kids learn life skills and not just scholarly ones. For example, how to cut vegetables.
I'm amazed. Technique, baby. Technique. Good job.
Is the point of this to prove that unschooling is effective here? Because to me, it just proves that over the course of 4 years, your child developed fine motor skills, and I don't think unschooling is responsible for that. If anything, they should be way better at this. If they're at home doing it all the time, they should be Zorro at this point. She's got a literal baby waving a knife around, and the only warning she's giving is in a sing-songy voice.
If you cut your finger wrong, na 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 na. So be careful now, baby.
This kid does not have the motor skills or the mental capacity to understand how dangerous this is, especially when she's acting like it's a silly thing happening. I'm gonna go in that door. Don't go in there. Whoa, why not? It's very dangerous. You will probably die. Your demise is imminent. Those seem kind of important though. While I was looking into this account, I stumbled onto another unschooling mom.
Day one of unschooling, and I've got my kids helping me to clean the car out. Teaching them hard work, taking care of the things that you love, that you need, and also teaching the car clean.
Oh, so like chores. You're educating them by having them do regular house chores. You can't claim that cleaning the car and learning hard work is an acceptable replacement for actual curriculum. Cleaning and taking care of things is something that kids should be learning on top of their regular education, not instead of. This parent said she pulled her kids out of school to do this because she was unhappy with the public education system.
We have 52 days until I pull my child out of public school and start unschooling him. Lots of hands-on stuff to teach him these things, not just reading out of a fucking book.
which is what's wrong with public school. So,
and while yes, there are a lot of things wrong with the public education system, I don't think that books in and of themselves are what's wrong with it. Books are usually pretty helpful, learning-wise. Not to be controversial, I don't know if she had maybe just a personal bad experience with books. You've got a lot of nerve showing up here.
It's been 5 years. Just let it go.
Let it go? You stole my college application essay.
Not this again.
I didn't get into Yale because of you.
I was in a bind.
Give me my paper back. And again, none of these are actual lesson plans. This is just hanging out with your kid, which is important, but so is being able to read a ruler. Very weird hat. Or even knowing what a number 2 pencil is. Why do they call it a number 2 pencil? Why don't they just call it a poopy pencil? She also claims that going to the grocery store qualifies as an unschooling lesson.
Now they're gonna go grocery shopping with me and we're gonna learn about reading labels. We're gonna learn about math and money. When you're buying groceries, you need to make sure that the quality of it is good. So turn it over. See the prices on them right here? You typically want to make sure that you pick the lowest price.
These are just regular life skills that you should be teaching your kid whether they're unschooling or not. And how many times can a trip to the grocery store count as school? Because after a few, they're probably good to go, right? And next we have Timothy, graduating with a bachelor's and putting things in the cart, and a minor in not buying rotten strawberries. Thank you. They said I couldn't do it. F the haters. Look at me now. When explaining her unschooling plan, she said the main things she'll be focusing on are starting a garden, great, and that she's gonna be teaching them how to establish boundaries. You should be doing that already. And she's gonna teach them how to bake and cook. You should do that already. And also sports.
Also gonna be doing lots of sports. So he'll be in any sport, every sport that we can possibly think of, because we will now have time to do so.
Okay, so now that we've listed all the extracurriculars, what are you gonna teach them?
I'll be taking them to the aquarium and zoos and learning through life experiences.
Oh!
They're gonna learn through life experiences, kind of like everyone else who is alive. The only references she makes to actual school subjects are like this.
Day 2 of unschooling, we're at the park learning how to have fun. But before you get your panties in a wad, listen. Yes, we're going to be doing reading and writing and math and maybe science, but it's not going to look the same as traditional public school. It's going to be different.
These are just things that you should have mapped out before pulling your kids out of school. I never do anything for my kids without a plan, and I have 2 billion of them, and I make sure each and every one of them has a bed made out of galvanized steel with eco-friendly wood and a mattress that I borrowed from my aunt. Based on some of her older videos, it seems like she made this decision due to personal issues she was having with her kid's school.
The other day, or a couple weeks ago, she sent home in his folder a piece of paper that had a signature side and a date side. And she told him, didn't say nothing to me, told him to tell me I needed to take his homework out of his folder every single night, sign and date this piece of paper, and send it back to her every single day.
This video has been deleted now, but she's complaining that her son's teacher asked her to sign and date his homework every night, which is usually just to show that you're involved in your kid's schooling and that you understand what they're currently doing in school. And of all the things you have to take care of as a parent, this seems like one of the easiest ones, but she literally refused to do it.
Now, listen, I took that piece of paper out and I said, I'm not doing that, baby. I run a massive business through social media. I don't have time, literally.
I don't have time to help with my kids' education. However, I do have time to be completely and solely responsible for it. What's really sad about this is that her kid clearly wants her to sign. He makes a comment about some kind of reward system they have, some bonus he gets, and she can't be bothered. But isn't the point of unschooling to put your kid's individual needs first? Isn't the argued benefit that your teacher is your parent who knows you really well and has your individual best interests in mind? If you couldn't do that for literal seconds every night, what makes you think you're gonna be able to do it 24/7 every single day? For some reason, she titled this Teacher on a Power Trip, and the teacher is just asking her to do something that probably all the parents are asked to do. It's a very simple instruction, and I thought that those were important to her.
Teaching them how to follow instructions.
Those who can't do teach, I guess. The way she describes her unschooling plan just sounds like a pretty immature grasp of what it's gonna take. It's almost like the kid is the one who came up with it. Okay, so first we're gonna go to the park, okay? And then we're gonna go to the swimming pool. Then we'll do school. I'm not done. Then we're gonna go to the grocery store and buy 500,000 Go-Gurts. How is that school? It's math, bitch. Another concern people had with her unschooling was her kids losing the socialization they get at school. And her response was, oh, they don't need that actually.
We don't actually need socialization skills. We need to know how to communicate.
what you can do with your parents. We need to know how to connect, what you can do with your parents. And those are skills that you take for the rest of your life to make friendships.
All of the things she's listing are things you learn from socializing. We don't actually need socialization. We need to know how to socialize, how to be social, how to interact with people socially in a social way. Her argument is kind of that you can get all the socialization you need from your parents and don't need to hang out with kids your age. And she believes that going to the grocery store is also a form of socialization.
There's so many ways you could teach your child how to be social. Take them on grocery shopping trips. Take them to go to the zoo and teach them how to talk to people. Lead by example.
I had no idea that going to the grocery store was so beneficial. It's a math lesson, it's a social visit, it's kind of a one-stop shop, I guess. She also has this video, which isn't a great sign.
If the worst thing that happens to my kids from unschooling is not knowing how to socialize, I think they'll be fine. I never leave my house and don't like people either, but I'm still happy and successful.
And if she's leading by example,
lead by example.
Something tells me they also won't leave the house a lot. And it's kind of hard to practice the unschooling method and learn through life experiences when you aren't having any experiences. But I'm sure they'll never get tired of hanging out with their parents or struggle to connect with people their age in the future. Hey, you want to grab a drink with us? If we go to Applebee's, I have a coupon. Oh, we were thinking like a club. Ooh, love a good club. Very hard to get the mayo right though. No, like dancing. Now you're talking. Why are your pants so high?
What happens when you send your kid to a classroom for 8 hours a day? That is outside influences impacting your child, because what they're going to learn isn't just coming from you. Beliefs that they're going to have aren't just coming from you.
Isn't that a good thing though? Your kid shouldn't only believe and think things that you think. Shouldn't they get a bunch of different opinions and beliefs from people and get a variety of perspectives? If your idea of schooling is making sure that your kid thinks exactly like you, that sounds less like education and more like conditioning. And unschooling is supposed to be about specializing your kids' education based on their specific ideas and interests. You can't tailor education to an individual if you don't see them as an individual. Also, the successful business she keeps referring to is a pyramid scheme.
I'm very proactive inside of my profession and my career of being an entrepreneur. They're likely going to follow that path because they're going to see how successful.
So, at least she can teach them shapes. A little bit of this reminds me of how I was raised. Again, I was homeschooled. You probably didn't know that. Just kidding. It's probably the only thing you know about me. Sorry, okay? Sorry I'm so mysterious and suave. Sorry I'm so shampoo coated. But my homeschooling wasn't really in an attempt to make me more prepared for the world or because I couldn't necessarily handle a typical school environment. It was more because normal kids are secular and besties with Satan. Sometimes they say things like, hey, you should smoke this, or fart, and both of those are equally as bad. The sole reason for my being homeschooled was religion and being able to limit the amount of interaction I had with the outside world, whether it be people or media. I wasn't allowed to watch PG-13 movies until I was 22. Just imagine being told you're not allowed to watch Jumanji, the Kevin Hart one, as a tax-paying citizen. And I think I would be better at a lot of things if I'd been able to interact with people my age before I was basically in my 20s. I missed out on a lot of skills, like how to interact with people, how to not perceive every human being as a potential threat, how to order a milkshake at Sonic without breaking down in tears. Isolating your kids and making yourself the only presence in their life is probably less about what's good for them and more about what's good for you. And it's completely normal to have anxieties about where your kids are or how outside sources are going to affect them, but that doesn't mean that you should stop them from interacting with outside sources at all. That just sounds like you have anxieties that are being passed down to the next generation, like an heirloom, like a little apprehensive piece of furniture. You okay, man? Yeah, just some chest pain. And I'm not saying you shouldn't homeschool your kids or do alternative schooling, because I'm sure a lot of kids would benefit from something like that, but just don't do it bad. Just do it good. Otherwise, your kid's gonna end up like me in 20 years, and you don't want that. That is a threat. Anyway, guys, I gotta go to the grocery store for the 5th time today, so I gotta go.
Fiction is true the same way numbers are true, I would say. Like, you know, if you have one apple and one orange and one banana, the commonality between all of those three is 1. And you might say, well, is 1 as real as one fruit? Is the abstraction 1 as real as one fruit? And I would say, it depends on what you mean by real, but representing things mathematically and abstractly gives you incredible power, and you could make the case that the abstraction is actually more real than the phenomena that it represents.
Hey guys, my name is ChadChad. Not really. And every day I wake up, unfortunately, and see a clearly fake video on TikTok, like a pregnant woman spending $70,000 to climb Mount Everest.
Baby has been kicking a lot. I spent 70 grand getting here, and now they're all moving up without me. I don't know what to do.
But then I read the comments, and to my dismay, they are eating it up. This can't be real. You can't be serious. This just can't be real. You're right. It can't. I've been getting really annoyed with the internet over this. I'm pretty self-righteous also, because how do you miss the blurred out Sora logo in the corner of the video? Or how do you miss the literal word Sora being in the account's username? But then I had to stop asking myself those questions because the worst possible thing happened. They got my ass too.
Couples therapy.
This is Paul and Stacy. According to their bio, they are a fun family that refuses to grow up. And then they have their business email right after that, which is pretty grown up if you ask me. We'd love to collaborate with you and hear some of your thoughts on content strategy. Goo goo gaga. They make a lot of videos where the husband scares the wife and she freaks out.
This is why you shouldn't scare your wife.
Or he scares her and she hits him in the balls.
This is why you shouldn't scare your wife.
But no matter what happens, she is gonna scream like a boiling tea kettle. Harmless prank is the best. Harmless? He shocked her and then drug her off the bed. She came crashing to the floor. What do you think a harmful prank is? Murder? I have to sit back in this chair because my back is killing me. They're basically the equivalent of those early 2010 YouTube couple prank channels where you had to suspend belief in order to accept that they're possibly surprised by pranks anymore. Oh no, here comes my husband holding a DSLR camera. I sure hope he's not about to dump water on me like he did yesterday. And the day before that. And the day before that. And the day before. Basically every video involves them terrorizing each other in some way. But these aren't the ones that got me, okay? The one that fooled me was this one. I saw this months before I knew who they were, and I was like, yeah, accidents happen. Plus, this is low-quality security camera footage, and nothing has ever been faked on a low-quality camera, except for the moon landing. This is like something off of a movie. Rom-com IRL. This looks straight out of a rom-com. Why do people keep saying that this is a rom-com? If anything, this is like a crime doc. Look at this. Watch this. Get this man on a stretcher. Get this man to the ER. And get this show on the road. The show being the sponsor segment, that is. This video is sponsored by Laylo. It's almost Valentine's Day, and why do the cliche things like get chocolates and roses when you can do yourself? Laylo offers premium quality, luxury design toys with innovative tech so that you and/or y'all can innovate the night away. Laylo has so many toys to choose from, whether you want external stimulation or internal stimulation, or both at the same time stimulation. They're made of premium soft-to-the-touch silicone and are waterproof and other moisture-proof. For example, the Sona Cruise 3 uses sonic wave stimulation that eases up in intensity so you don't get jump scared when switching up levels, of which there are 12. And if you have the Laylo app, there are 2 extra modes and a feature called the Love Bridge, which is great for long distance. Right now, Laylo is offering a bunch of discounts for Valentine's Day, but if you take my code, which is CHAD20, you can stack that on top of their discounts and get even better deals. The deals just won't stop coming, and neither will you. You can check them out by clicking the link in the description and using code CHAD20 for an additional discount off your purchase, so you can use Laylo's toys while you lay low. Or sit down, or stand up, whatever gets you going. Thank you to Laylo for sponsoring, and let's get back to the video. I don't know what it is, but putting a date and timestamp in the corner of your video increases its believability on TikTok by about 75%. I think it's maybe because having security cameras inside your home is a fairly new concept we're being introduced to, so it's easier to fall for stuff like this when we're not used to people staging things this way. But Paul and Stacy aren't just staging pranks and injuries, they're also staging moments like this.
Let the little go so you can hold the big.
Aw man, I hate when the water I put on the pot to boil starts to boil in the pot full of water that I put on the stove to boil. Nothing's going my way today. I love everyone losing their minds over the spaghetti noodles getting cooked a little too much. What are we gonna do? My ravioli is getting ravi soft. Nothing's going my way. This whole thing is apparently enough of a disaster for her and her son to start screaming at the top of their lungs until the dad comes in to save the day. And not only does he come swooping in to do just that, but he comes in playing 1,000 Years by Christina Perri on his phone. He already had that playing. He already had that preloaded. And Why would he do that? Why would his immediate reaction to both his wife and son screaming be to come in playing a song from Breaking Dawn Part 1? What if they were screaming because something actually terrible was happening? Dad, come quick! There's a guy in the kitchen wearing a mask and threatening us. He's saying terrible things. You're toast. Oh my god, Dad, he's gonna kill us! No, you're toast. It's burning. After he de-escalates the situation, the whole family shares a hug and sways to the music. And this is so weird. It's so weird and so strange, especially since their kid is involved.
One of their categories of videos is to just sit in the car and smash food into each other's faces while their kid sits in the back seat and fake laughs.
And songs we all pretend to know. Right now it feels ordinary.
Imagine being a kid and your parents are constantly making you act in TikTok videos where your role is yourself. A version of yourself that's having faux loving moments with your family. Not actual loving moments, but staged ones where there are millions of people and cameras watching you. Imagine how cool that would be. Dude, my life is like a movie because everything is scripted and there's not enough child labor laws in place to protect me.
Do you think they ever take their son to get ice cream and don't smash it in each other's faces in front of him? He's in the back seat like, guys, can I please just have an ice cream cone? For what? Can I just eat it this time, guys? Please.
I also kept getting videos from this account that's promoting skincare products, and her thing is to walk up to strangers and put something on their skin without their consent.
No. Oh. No, this is not happening, no.
No, is it?
No, you need to back away from me right now.
And when they react angrily or tell her to go away, she just won't.
I was gonna try my product out on you.
No, I'm going to call the police. You're going to have to get away from me.
No matter how many times they tell her, no thank you, or we're not interested, she just keeps shoving it in their faces.
Oh my gosh. Excuse me, please get back.
I know the saying all PR is good PR, but when it comes to selling products on TikTok, I don't know how beneficial it actually is to just make people think that you're a despicable public nuisance. Banana, she has multiple videos where she does this to a teenage girl and their mom will freak out.
We do videos on TikTok. I didn't mean to scare you, but I just wanted to try and see.
No, I'm good. I don't want to buy your vibe facial system. No, thank you.
Are you sure? I harass people and don't respect their boundaries.
Oh, I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Yeah, let me get one. Her script usually goes something like, no, it's okay. I'm testing my facial product.
I'm actually testing out my facial product. I wanted to try it on her.
No, thank you. No, thank you. Bye.
No, it's okay. You don't understand. I'm doing something. No, it's okay. Let me do something. I'm doing something. I'm in bed now because my back hurts, and I also started my period. And also, I'm gonna jump off a cliff. She'll also point out people's flaws so she can fix them.
I'm sorry, you just have some acne on your face.
That is my daughter.
She has some acne.
I'm sorry.
So not only is she pretending to harass people, she's also insulting them. It's like pushy car salesman meets passive-aggressive mom. You want this car? No thanks. Are you sure? It looks like you've gained some weight. What does that have to do with anything? It's energy efficient, unlike you. You look tired. I'm just not wearing makeup. It's got a very spacious cabin, which you're gonna need. Mom. She also goes up to people and sticks this big ass mask on their face.
Whoa. Oh my gosh. What are you doing?
Oh my gosh.
Which has this comically long cord and battery pack attached to it that's just swinging around, hitting everything.
Try this. Put it on. Try it. Try it. It's for your face.
It's hideous. This thing is called the Age Rewind Miracle Mask, and according to their website, it targets the appearance of fine lines. But if you don't believe it, check out their customer results. Clearly it worked for this real human woman. I love this product. I have never looked better. At least it's only $400. And sold out. And this part looks like a ball sack. Another kind of fake video I keep getting are these dumbass promos for
no free promo. No free promo.
There's this AI app that claims it can find your partner on dating apps using a picture of their face and their name. And the only promotion I ever see for it is through these undisclosed scripted promos that are just pure rage bait.
Who are you? I'm my ex-wife. Who are you? Are you one of his Tinder dates?
Can we not do this here? Like,
wait, you said you weren't married.
Look,
yeah, no, he's married and we have 2 kids.
Guys,
This is a nice place. Can we go?
Guys, please relax, okay? This is a nice place. That's why I'm wearing a faded Flash t-shirt and cargo shorts. They'll literally plaster the name and logo of the app all over the video, and somehow the comments are never talking about how it's an ad.
This is a beautiful poster of your Tinder that you can go hang up in your new home, and you're gonna find a new place to go, and you're gonna hang this beautiful poster. Look at this beautiful poster.
There's so many accounts that make these promos, but I get a lot from these two specifically. I think they're partners in real life, and they catch each other cheating every single day.
What is this?
It's your birthday present. See, I got you cheater cookies. I made those myself. And red flag cupcakes, since you're a walking red flag. Unwrap your present. Unwrap it.
Oh man, I wonder what she got him. I sure hope it's a comically large screenshot of the no free promo app and logo.
Wow.
Printed out on poster board. And then on his account, he has a video where he gives her those same cookies because he also caught her cheating on him.
Surprise. Do you love it? Because you're a cheater and a walking red flag. I mean, I don't understand what else. Open your birthday gift.
Right now?
Yes, open the gift.
Oh man, I wonder what he got her. Oh my god. I just can't figure it out. I don't have no idea what it is. Is it a pony? Is it a puppy?
Oh my goodness, look at that.
On one hand, it's frustrating to see the comments eating this up, but on the other hand, it's mostly because people are concerned for her because they've made videos where she packs up their kids and leaves the house to try and escape him, or videos where he's being a total asshole to her.
Ever since that moment,
Excuse me?
you've smelled like shit.
Oh, so that must be why you made a Tinder then.
Maybe
Making some bullshit up.
Maybe I made a Tinder because I don't want to be with somebody who smells like manure.
There are a lot of videos that I'm not including because they're very triggering, including him yelling, throwing things, berating her. Actually crazy to stage this kind of stuff. Crazy in general, just to stage this. But to do it in order to promote an app that I'm assuming you're getting paid to promote, it's crazy. It's crazy and I hate it and you suck. Just wanted to say that on my webcam angle, that is not off-putting at all. So,
you know, just faking a situation that countless women go through every single day so that they can get us to download this shitty ass dookie fart fuck app. And I know what you're thinking, guys. I can't believe an AI app doesn't care about having ethical marketing either. I'm just as shocked as you are. I also can't believe the sky is blue. But out of all of these, I feel like this account has both the highest production quality and the highest deception rate. They make these staged college classroom videos where a student or a professor is really pissed off.
I have a PhD. That is a doctor. Thank you very much. Don't forget. Yes, sir.
You have a 1.4 on Rate My Professor. I'm not even in this class.
Now.
I've been going around to the worst teachers'
This
classrooms.
is my classroom.
And helping you out.
And you will never guess why they make these videos. Ever. Not in a million years will you guess this. Ever, ever, ever. Never. Unless you guess that is to promote another fucking dookie shit ass fart fuck AI app. Then you'd be right.
If you have a problem with my teaching style, you can leave.
Are you kidding me? Because you can't teach and you are literally setting us up for failure. I have to turn to things like Save My GPA that will literally reteach me everything. I upload the entire textbook and then I have to use this, solely this.
Because of you, I have to use this AI app that improves my learning efficiency. Here's what it looks like, by the way. Here's where you can download it and check it out. Also, here's my discount code. Use my code too while you're at it. They always stand up to the professor and hashtag own them by bringing up their Rate My Professor score.
And the textbook is available at the bookstore, and it's going to cost about $500.
I have a question. I was just wondering, why do you have a 1.4 on Rate My Professor?
Well, I'll tell you what, this is a weed out class, okay?
Dude, this is a weed out class? That's sick. Guys, get your weed out. No, the teacher said he's fine with it. I rarely see comments acknowledging that these are all ads, at least in the top comments anyway. But it also seems like they're not paying attention to the website plug at all. In fact, they're mostly talking about how these videos just prove that college is a scam.
Dr. Democrat for sure. School's a scam. Drop out and start a business. Charlie Kirk was right. College is a scam.
It's pretty funny to make an ad for a learning tool, and everyone's response to be, learning is bad actually. Hey, check out this soft recyclable toilet paper. No thanks, I don't believe in all that. Recycling? No. Wiping. After seeing how unchecked most of these videos go, I decided to run a few tests. I wanted to prove how easy it is to fool people online, even if you're really bad at it.
and barely trying. So I started faking things. Something your mom has never said to me, by the way.
For my first stage video, I asked my friend Tom to pretend to be a complete stranger who's knocking on my hotel room door because he really, really has to take a shit. Like he really has to go really, really bad. Like he can barely hold it in.
Oh, thank God. Hi.
Hello?
Do you mind if I use your restroom?
I don't know.
I'll be in and out, I promise.
This one was pretty tough to film because Tom was so in character that I kept falling to the ground laughing.
You let yourself up here?
I told the guy down there I had to go. If you want me to go in the hall, I'll tell him you didn't let me.
I don't.
Sorry.
Unfortunately, the comments didn't really buy this one, except for a couple who are just confused. They're not really fooled. They're just lost. However, I'm still gonna count this one as a win because the woman staying in the hotel room next to mine opened her door to ask if everything was okay.
I'm sorry. We're recording a video.
We're recording. Okay.
I'm not.
Thank you.
Sorry.
So technically this one was a success without even having to post it on the internet. We already had someone convinced that there was actually a strange guy who really, really needed to shit in my hotel room. Shout out to her for checking in on us. Also, I'm very sorry you had to open your hotel room door to this.
No.
By the time I made my second video, I realized I wasn't gonna fool anybody unless I used the tried and true methods. So I put a date and timestamp on there to try and make it look like security camera footage. But I can't quite get my voice to do this. So instead, I just used an actual tea kettle.
Oh no! No! Oh my God, I burned the water! I ruined the tea!
I also don't have a son that I can use for content. A human son, anyway.
Oh my God! Are these for me?
I'm also gonna count this one as a success because this person commented, I know it's not the point of the video and I'm not here to chastise, but why